habit of not really looking. Unless it's a day that I got to shoot or something like that. I'm just not thinking about it.
All right, well.
Dude, I could do whatever I wanted. Tina sleeps through a hurricane. I can turn every light on the house on, put on jams if I wanted.
Yeah, he listens to ESPN's Jock Jams in the morning.
I do. I literally. My alarm is the Chicago Bulls opening music. And now, getting up for work.
Number 69, Rafe Williams. Here's why I ask about the bathroom.
Hey.
All right, Mr. Brush Your Teeth in the Dark. Have you ever felt the urge to flush toilet with the lid closed? Is that when you guys flush, you close the lid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not typically. I don't think about it.
I do because the splash. I don't know. I always just think there's so much water coming up.
Right.
I think we had a study where it's almost like a mushroom cloud of poop particles every time you flush.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You're making sense here, but I don't know if I ever think about it. There's no way.
Any toilet, when you flush, there's pressure and water moving around. And
right.
You ever flush the toilet or have the toilet flush with your butt still on it?
Oh, yeah.
Like especially one of those automatic flushes?
Here,
oh, yeah.
It's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare. You feel like you're going to get a UTI immediately.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I feel like I'm at SeaWorld, except the killer whale's just a turd that's splashed out of the water. And now I got hit in the splash zone. And now I got to go take a shower.
Yeah.
So worst feeling in the world.
It is.
The auto flush.
The auto
you
flush.
lean a little too far forward and you feel the you're just like, oh, dude, my whole undercarriage just got clear coated with
Yeah, because those are
disgusting-
usually like the more powerful flush.
Yeah, dude.
When you hear the beginning of it, and then, oh no, and you try to get up, you can't.
Used to do the glute work, yeah.
So have you ever felt the urge to flush toilet with the lid closed, whether it's a gross public restroom where somebody else didn't flush or you just did some major damage at home? Bad news, it doesn't matter. Flushing is a messy process regardless. So a team of microbiologists from the University of Arizona put out a new study.
We put more than one guy on this.
Oh, we have every scientist on this.
Maybe we should allocate some resources to other things, scientific community, but I digress. Continue.
This is stuff that we need.
Okay.
And there's not much of a difference whether you leave the lid up or down. Oh, really? Either way, the powerful whoosh sends viral particles and germs shooting into the air and onto the floor and nearby surfaces. Now, they do say closing the lid can reduce the bigger particles that come flying out. The only meaningful way to reduce the spread of viral pathogens is to, on the regular, clean and sanitize your toilet and the surrounding area. Do it often.
Good.
How close is your toothbrush to the toilet?
Not close at all. Across the room.
Yeah, I put mine underneath it, so that way.
Underneath the toilet? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good.
It's safer.
How close is... Well, you have a small...
Mine's around the corner, in the cabinet, in a cup, in a case.
Oh, wow. So that's extra
I lock
extra
it down,
protection.
dude.
Yeah,
that's
a good idea.
I've seen the 2020 Blacklight special about this toilet flush before. Ever since then, I lock it down, dude.
So experts recommend putting toothbrushes away, not leaving them out, as well as cosmetics that you apply to your face.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you're the only one that applies cosmetics to their face.
My makeup is in a cabinet across the room.
And again, they're once again reminding us to not handle our phones while using the toilet. But
well, that's never going to happen.
That's never going to happen.
The minute that law comes out, anarchy begins. When they're like, there's too much disease flying around, you people are gross, you're playing Wordle
it's
on the toilet.
It's now illegal.
It's
and
now
I'm
illegal.
Stay out of my bathroom.
The one place for peace for myself.
Has anybody ever had bed bugs, a bed bug problem?
No, God, no.
Thank God, right?
That scares me.
And me too.
Yeah. Like France had an outbreak not too recently, like where all the hotels had bed bugs.
Yeah, remember New York? New York had an issue
terrible.
about 6-7 years ago.
Yeah. Oh. Very bad. Very bad.
How does that even happen? How does it happen? Does somebody have the bugs on them? They lay in a bed and then they nest and they like have eggs and then it spreads throughout the building. Like I don't understand how bed bugs.
Well, they get on suitcases too.
They get on suitcases and clothes and
is it like fleas? Do they jump?
No, have you seen what they look like?
I have, like what they look like burrowed inside of a mattress. Gross.
Have you seen like somebody like pull a mattress, like like not the comforter, but like the bed sheet away?
I can't do it.
Oh God.
I'll never sleep again. You know, I can't look at it.
And you could buy certain things to like put your suitcases in. Like you put your suitcase in, it's like a infrared thing that's supposed to kill the bug. I don't know if that's a gimmick or not. Yeah, and you know what I'm talking about? Like, hey, before you bring your suitcase inside, put your suitcase in the box and, leave it in there for 30 minutes while the infrared rays will kill the bed bugs if they are attached to your... I don't know if that's a gimmick or not.
That sounds like poop, dude.
But people are buying these things.
Because there's a million of these guys.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's one, there's a million.
But once they get in, right, it's you need to call an exterminator, right?
Right.
Yeah, burn the house.
I don't think you can get rid of it yourself.
They have to, like, smoke them out.
Look
Like,
at
do they
this.
have to bomb your whole house? You ever have your house bombed?
No. Thank God, no.
Like they put the tent over it? And
Yeah. No, well, I don't think... I think... I'd have it done on our rental property. Remember that? Remember when I had to do that when I had that South City house? We were in between renters.
Yeah, what was it?
And the realtor...
Was it fleas?
Fleas.
Yeah, that's right.
Like the realtor was showing the house to somebody, and she called me and she goes, dude, she goes, there are fleas. And you could see them jumping on the windowsills.
Whoa. Gross.
Did your last tenant have a cat? And I go, they weren't supposed to. You're not getting your deposit back if that's... So they had I happened to be with Drew from Amco Ranger, like at lunch. And he goes, we'll take care of it. And they had to bomb the entire house.
Yeah, what does that entail? I mean, they just smoke it out, but like, do you have to take stuff out of the house, or can you?
Thank God it was empty.
They can cover. Oh, well, that's it. That is.
It was an empty house as it was. I'm not sure. Do you have to take the stuff out?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Or maybe they cover it.
We've had.
I don't know. I've never been grossly infested like you have.
Yeah, we've had this stuff like preventative protective, where they put everything on like along the walls and outside and all that kind of stuff just to kind of keep everything out of there.
Right.
But that's not designed to kill people, to kill everything. It's designed to keep them away, right?
No, I think it's to keep in the toxins. Like they're smoking out like this toxic material that obviously is going to kill bugs and could probably hurt humans if you breathe.
Yeah,
in,
we had
I
to
guess,
stay out
right?
of there for like 24 hours.
And let it settle.
Yeah, everything had to settle.
I will say,
The
dude.
fleas were dead.
Call me a crazy person, Learn you're going to love this. But I do love it when I hire a good, reputable company to do such a thing. Because then they're doing the dirty work and I'm not. Because, dude, call me crazy. These last couple of years, we every once in a while we have like a sugar ant issue. Mm-hmm. And, dude, I try every single trick I can to make sure these guys don't come back and go outside without having to kill them. But then when I go to it and use the traps and all that, I feel terrible. I'm like, I am murdering 6 million alive things, and I feel terrible.
It was Tim versus the Yellow Jackets this summer, and that dude poured gasoline.
Yeah, me too.
In our yard.
Remember I got stung in the face?
I even while it's happening, I have to talk to Mallory. I'm just like, hey, I'm having an issue. Like I feel bad that I'm killing a colony of animals here. Well, I hate this.
You hope that it's not karmic.
What can I do here?
Right? You hope it's not like karmatic, where it's going to be you kill all these ants, you kill all these birds, whatever you're killing, and like then it comes back to you in the afterlife like tenfold. You know what I'm saying?
We have a whole bunch of pest control people check it in. The only way to treat bed bugs is heat.
Heat?
Heat. A supernatural heat.
Bonfire, cool. Throw the mattress
You burn the
on
house
top of
down.
it.
No, you got to burn the house down.
You got to hump hard. You got to get on that bed.
Friction.
And you hump as hard as you can, and the friction of your sexual endeavors will kill the bed bugs. That is a guarantee from Rafe's Pest Control.
All of them are saying, do not take care of the problem yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you need to call a pro in.
Dang.
Well, that's why it's such an issue too, is because you'll have it in a hotel. Hotel takes that sheet, washes it with 50 other sheets.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's just, now we're in 50 rooms.
Well, this is a list you don't want to be on, or Rizzuto doesn't want to be on, or can just put out their 2024 list of top cities for bed bugs. And there's one city for the 4th year in a row, number 1. Congratulations, Chicago.
Yay!
Chicago, the number 1 bed bug city for the 4th year in a row.
Wow.
I'm just saying, we have a lot of people that go up to Chicago quite often.
Yeah.
Leave the bed bugs there.
Don't you go get your picture taken in front of the big bed bug out there in Chicago?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm looking up different ways to kill bed bugs, and you're right. It's all about like hot water, 30 minutes, highest heat setting, 30 minutes, and then it says in this instance, using professional grade chemicals, blah blah blah. Then heat up the furniture or the entire apartment to very high temperatures, more than 100 degrees in most cases.
Yeah, turn up that heat. Get the heat going.
Gross.
That's why your grandparents never have bed bugs, because their house is always 100 degrees.
It's true.
Yeah, but Chicago, congratulations.
Yeah.
Chicago, 4th year in a row.
That's a big deal.
Chi-town.
New York City is 2nd, followed by Philly. Cleveland/Akron, Ohio, then L.A., Detroit, Washington, D.C., Indianapolis, Charlotte, and Champaign, Illinois. Champaign.
Wow.
Yep.
University of Illinois.
I didn't hear St. Louis.
Globally, Paris is also a bed bug hotspot right now, which is probably not mentioned in any of the romantic travel brochures. St. Louis, number 19, and up 6 spots from last year.
Good.
Up 6 spots. Not great, guys.
Oh.
What number are we?
19th.
For bed bugs?
Yeah.
Gross.
That's
Bummer.
not good.
No, that's a bummer.
That's a bummer.
Are they including the Metro in this, or is it just the...
I don't know, Scott. It's St. Louis. But somebody, I'm not going to say which theaters, but somebody said there are a couple local movie theaters that are dealing with bed bugs currently.
Ew.
In the
Wow.
seats? What?
Ah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Doggone it.
Because I thought
people
most
are
of
gross.
them are like a pleather now, right? Or like a leather or a pleather?
Right.
You'd think.
Like the reclining ones are, but then some of the old theaters.
Yeah, but do they need cloth?
Maybe, I guess. Maybe it's like the stuffing or something underneath. Maybe
I don't
they do
know.
that.
It's making me itch.
Yo.
This conversation.
Can you imagine catching bed bugs at
No, after I go to see Wonka?
at Oppenheimer?
No. Nashville is 30th, by the way. I was looking at cities that are close by. Nashville closest on the list with in 30th place, up 3 spots from last year. So just be careful, guys.
Here's the thing from a pest control website. Bed bugs will favor leather and comparative materials just as they would cloth furniture.
Dang.
That's cool.
We are not safe, guys. Burn it down.
Dang.
Burn it down.
Yep. Not leaving my house, and I'm burning everything in my
Burn
house.
it. Yeah. Yeah, if there are bed bugs in my house, I'm burning the entire thing down.
Yeah.
Although I did find a ladybug in my bed.
That's good luck, though.
Yeah, I don't kill those.
A true ladybug or one of those Asian beetles?
I have no idea. It was small.
Would you flip it over and see?
It's a good omen.
Because one of those is like harmless, and one of those can be a mess, right?
I don't know.
One
It was
somewhat damaging.
small. It was just one, and it would freak me out though because I was lying down and I felt something crawling on my hand. And who knows? The stupid dogs, they jump on the bed. Who knows what's on them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking about last night when I was in bed? I was thinking about Rizz Show Live, which goes on sale today at 10 a.m. Get your tickets.
Thank you.
I was thinking, are you guys going to bring out an arachnicist that has...
An arachnicist?
Or whatever they're called, like a spider scientist, and surprise me with... I was having like a fever dream that I'm going to be on
Anxiety?
stage, and you guys are going to surprise me with a huge tarantula that I'm just,
No,
that I'm going to have to
no.
put on my face.
No.
This is where my brain goes.
No.
At 10 p.m.
I will
don't blame
guarantee
you,
you
though.
at Rizz Show Live there will be no live spiders.
Live spider. Emphasis on the live. Great.
There will be no live spiders.
Okay.
I can't guarantee that there won't be dead ones.
As long as they're cooked.
I'm not eating any spiders.
Well, Chef Will's coming. I talked to him yesterday.
Well, tell him I'm not.
Didn't
doing
Jeff have to
anything.
eat a spider?
Yeah, and I'm not doing. Yeah,
I talked
Like,
to
I saw
Chef
that.
Will Pelly yesterday from Rockstar Taco, and we will be doing a live good or gross.
Right. Like when Jeff ate the spider, did the little ball butt like explode in his mouth?
Bro, the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was hairy. I'm not doing.
And the ball butt tastes like onion.
I will tell him not to bring spiders.
Yeah, I'm not doing no part of that. Thank you.
Okay.
I talked to Chef Will yesterday, and I said, I'll tell you what he wrote.
That one.
Dang it, man.
When Jeff ate
man.
that,
He's evil.
that was that was impactful. That left a mark on me, and I didn't even do it.
Let me see here.
Did Jeff throw up? Did
No,
he eat?
I-
Did he swallow the spider?
To tell you the truth, I don't know. I may have looked away.
He said, I said, you good for March 2nd? Rizz Show Live. Chef Will, good or gross? He goes, done.
What did I have to eat? Was it chicken feet?
Something like
That's
that.
not
yes.
bad. Chicken.
Chicken
I've had chicken.
claws or something?
Yeah.
I'm off the bird. Did you tell him that?
I'll get some ideas on paper ASAP. You know you're off the bird. Everything's up for grabs at Rizz Show Live.
Well,
Oh,
I do
man,
have one. I am allergic to cockroaches, so do not.
Well, it'll be a game of chance.
I forgot.
I'm going to die at Rizz Show Live. Cool, man.
I forgot.
It'll be a game of chance.
I'm fasting on March 2nd.
No,
so
sorry.
I'm sorry to you.
You could chew it up.
No, look, it's right here on the
You could
calendar.
chew it up and you
Eat
could spit it
nothing.
out.
Eat nothing.
Whoa, that's a change.
I think in the years past we've done it like, we have the covered dishes.
Yes.
And all right, Lern, let's see what go up there, pick a dish,
Great.
bring it back to your seat. It's going to be fun. Rizz Show Live is going to be great.
I'm throwing up already.
Tickets
I
on
can't
sale
wait.
10 a.m. I'm going over all my leftover stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff I didn't get to this week. Have you heard of the ketchup challenge?
Like how much ketchup can you eat in a
No,
day?
this is another
I
way.
win.
This is another way for guys to look dumb. This is another way for ladies to make guys look dumb. Something called the ketchup challenge blew up on TikTok this week. It's all about making fun of guys for being bad at cleaning.
Okay.
So you squirt an ample amount of ketchup on your kitchen counter and ask your husband or boyfriend to clean it up for you. And then you watch to see if he does a good job or he just spreads it around and quits before it's actually clean. Again, it's another way for men to demean or men to be demeaned by women.
Well, this is just any
When are we going to have our time?
Right.
I know. I'm waiting.
When's the world going to be fair for us?
I will say this. Tim cooked dinner the other night, and he left. The dude is Captain Crumb, okay? He leaves crumbs everywhere, and he knows that this is like a pet peeve of mine, so I'm not outing anything out of sorts. But he leveled up the other night because he left a ladle that had grease on it on the counter, and then he put the ladle in the dishwasher, which was great, and then the grease spot was there for 24 hours. Like, it did not move. And I'm like, do you guys just not know to wipe down
Whoa. Don't you guys.
the
Don't you guys
counters?
us.
Like, no,
Not
I'm
you
going
guys.
to be
I'm
honest.
Captain Clean at my house.
Yeah, don't do that.
That's good.
Here's, and I'll play you a little video here.
I've seen people do it.
Utensils with things on them bothers me.
I'll play the audio here.
If there's a spoon or fork or ladle and it has like anything on it, I have to take it straight to the sink. And I'm the guy that uses the spray on the sink so much that I leave it on, and I get in trouble for that.
Yep.
So, all right, this is a guy who just used his hand to clean it up. So listen to these two idiots.
What a crazy person.
Two annoying people. Here we go.
Okay, I'm gonna try the dripping ketchup on the counter and see how my husband cleans it up. He's kind of a clean freak in general, so we'll see what he does.
What are you doing?
Can you clean it up for me?
Why did you just do that?
What are you doing?
Cleaning it up.
Okay, so
I don't get what you're doing.
now you clean it up like normal.
Can't imagine being around these people for more than 30 minutes.
Doing.
What are you doing? My wife's like, I just spilled ketchup on the counter. Can you clean it up? I go, why wouldn't you clean it up?
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
wouldn't that be your
filming
first?
You go, no.
Why wouldn't you clean it up? Like the
It's a-
spidey sense would be tingling. Like,
It's a
why?
trap.
Where's the camera? Yep.
Excuse me, I just spilled ketchup on the counter. Can you get it?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? It's a trap. Yeah, not falling for it. I'm out there with the spray,
Good. Yes.
and then I'm like, might as well, while I'm doing this, wipe everything down.
Oh, dude, speaking of that, we just realized, like, radio's been developing this strange habit because she's not a licker, right? And out of nowhere, she's been kind of licking the coffee table, and we're just like, whoa, what has gotten into you? Because you can put food, you can have a steak cooked, whatever the most attractive way to a dog is, and it's sitting right there below her eye level where she can just grab it easy, but she leaves it. She's like the perfect dog with this, right?
Yeah.
She knows coffee table is off limits, but she's been licking the table. So we thought, man, she's really testing her boundaries, right?
Yeah.
Turns out, Mallory bought some cleaner that has like an almond scent to it.
Just look at it.
Oh no.
So I guess like we basically just turned the whole place into a dog treat.
Willy Wonka.
It must smell like something
Yeah.
that she wants, and she just
Lick it up.
so now we can't
Yeah.
use this cleaner. I mean, that's what we're assuming. The almond smelling cleaner that we use on the coffee table and all this. Like the dog's just losing her brain.
By the way, back to the ketchup challenge. Here's what I'm imagining. Imagine a guy going, I spilled ketchup. Clean it up.
Right.
To a woman? Come on.
Right. No camera? Unreal.
Honey, I just spilled ketchup on the counter. Clean it up.
Do something about it.
What the hell did you say?
Do something about it right now.
Guys, all right, yeah, record this. Guys, make a mess and tell your wife to clean it up. I want
And then
to
post
see
that.
it goes.
I want to see those videos.
Right. It's How'd I Get Killed at home
I want
earlier.
to see those videos. That's going to interest me. And by the way, how many people are going to learn the ketchup can stain certain counters? Good luck with that,
Because the vinegar in it?
idiots.
Oh. Just eat the ketchup on a plate and clean up your plate.
How about we not play games?
Yeah.
How about we not play these games?
Life's hard enough.
Yeah,
Can we
life
have-
is hard enough.
can we have peace at the
When I
house?
get home from work,
I don't want traps.
yeah, exactly.
No traps. No
No
games.
traps, no
Right.
games.
Just be real, man.
Just
Keep it
can I
real.
just be?
Can I just have a day? Just be cool. Everybody be cool.
My wife's reading a book on like quantum physics. I swear to God.
No.
Sweet.
So,
And we were in the car. We just dropped the kids off. And we were driving home, and my wife is talking about the book, and she's, she wants to share.
Yeah, yeah.
sure.
And by the way, I think my wife's coming in next week for the newlywed game.
Oh, nice. Oh, I can delete those 55
I really had to
emails.
convince her. She really does want to do it.
I can't wait for this.
And you could ask her about this. So she's talking to me about this stuff, and I'm just,
Time travel and whatnot?
yeah.
Yeah.
Manifesting things, and it is interesting. I just wasn't in the mindset
To have this conversation. 'Cause it's a very,
We get home,
yeah.
and she's like, what do you think? I go, I just want to just...
I need a nap.
I just want to sit here and look at the television for a second. Let's watch Quantum Leap together.
Can't I just be? She got upset that she had this whole conversation, and I get it.
Yeah.
Like she wants to share. It's like this 700-page book. It's amazing that she's reading it. Great.
That's a Sunday 4 p.m. conversation.
But we were driving. It was dark. It was like foggy that night.
Oh, no.
It was raining.
This happens a lot because I get in that way too, where I want to have like a deep conversation with Tim, and he just doesn't. He doesn't participate, and I'm like, "Are you mad at me? Like what?" He's
No,
like,
And
"I'm
that's
just
what it was.
tired."
You just got to pick your time.
Yeah.
It's all. It's a
That's what it
timing
was,
issue.
and I did feel bad. She's like, "Why weren't she was pissed.
Yeah.
You didn't participate."
You don't.
I'm like,
we
I just-
hate it when you don't participate. Talk to us deeply.
But I just wanted to just drive. Just let me be.
Why don't you drive? Get in the driver's seat of a healthy relationship. And talk about quantum physics with your wife.
Just you only have so many conversations in a lifetime.
Sometimes your lady just wants to talk applied sciences.
Get another
Which is
degree.
awesome when you're tired.
And you got to just buck up and be a man and talk about wormholes for a while.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
I
brother.
know.
We've all been there.
Why don't you guys like talking to us about deep wormhole stuff?
No, that's one of our favorite things. We love it, but
It's timing?
It's really timing, man.
Yeah.
Learning so much
No,
about the male
not we.
race.
It's one of my favorite things. Is when we're like grooving on like some crazy deep conversation, and it goes all these weird ways, and you're like, this is why we're together. This is
Yeah,
hilarious.
right. This is why we're together.
We are a true
Just-
match.
Yep, we are just
I'm serious.
vibing right now.
There's like nothing better than that. But I can't do it at noon on a Thursday after doing a show here.
Yes, you can. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps
Yeah.
and be there for your woman.
This is the pep talk
Good.
on a Friday the men need.
Yeah. Unless
It
it's
was
like
just-
7:30 or 8 at night.
And I just didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
Now we're getting, I feel like a therapist who's scratched the surface. Now we're getting to the root of the problem.
Well, she'll be here next week, so you can ask her all about
I
it.
can't wait.
Okay.
I will.
And
In
I bet
fact, I'm
she'll
going to
be-
make all of your newlywed questions be about quantum physics.
Hey,
You
it goes
better
both.
study up.
It goes both ways, by the way. There's plenty of times where I'm like, I'm on something. I'm just like, phew. and this, and then I learned this, and then she's like, But she'll go, listen, man, I need to take a bath. Can we have this conversation tomorrow?
Let's table
tomorrow
this.
afternoon. Yeah,
I should have
I'll-
said, hey, let's
I'll
table
pencil
this.
you in. She will
I
stop
was
me
listening.
and say,
I was listening.
I'm interested, but I can't right now. I can't give you what I want to give
I
you.
even turned down the radio.
Oh, good.
Dang.
Sometimes I'll turn up the radio.
Yeah.
We had a good mix going, as far as the, what was going on the radio. It's fine.
Yeah.
Turned it down, and I listened. I just
Yeah.
wasn't participating. It's fine.
I knew somebody that used to come home. She said that she would come home every day from work, and they had a deal. They had like a deal where they each got 5 minutes.
Okay.
To really like just dump like, oh, this happened at work and
Mind
this and that. And just like a total drain. 5 minutes, and the other person went, and then they had like a 5-minute reaction where they could kind of, talk about it and encourage each other. And then it was like, we need to chill and have just some good time here. No work talk, no complaining, no I need this or this isn't happening or I'm after this. And they said it worked really well.
Nice.
But it was like a beep, oh, your time's up. My turn, that kind of thing.
Yeah. All right, here's a hypothetical. It's a Friday, so I'm going to offer you a chance at $3 million.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Wow.
$3 million.
That's so generous of you, Scott Rizzuto.
Okay, here you go. You get $3 million immediately.
Tax-free.
Tax-free.
Nice.
Like there are 4 suitcases with $3 million right next to me.
Oh, the one I just saw the guy roll out.
I will give you each $3 million right now, but you can no longer use anything China related.
How do we know it's China? I mean, I know made in China, but like
You
it's
could
not
know. Like I will then give you a list of things that are made in China, and you can never, or even components made in China, you could never use them.
Okay.
Would you take the $3 million?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if the list was reasonable, sure. We would have to see the list, right? Can you give us some examples?
I don't even hear
Well,
I'm going.
pretty much all phones, computers, TVs, and cars are out.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, would it be too much? You got to give me your phone.
Yeah, you can't use in any way. So, like, it's not like they take your car and you can Uber. It's like
you cannot use anything China related.
That's fine. I'm going to get a really cool house on a coast, probably up like northwest. And I will have I'm going to live in the town from Practical Magic, essentially. That's how I'm going to be living. So I'm going to be walking to town. I'm not going to need a car. You want to see me, you come see me.
So you change your entire lifestyle.
I would.
I mean, every aspect of your life would be.
No, I'd be happy.
$3 million.
That's something that I would love to be doing right now.
I'm thinking
Right
about
now.
like
Yeah, but if you
singing
took that,
into
you'd like-
microphones.
Yeah, you're not on the radio tomorrow. You're not here. We'll probably never see you again.
Yeah, no, I'm gone. You guys have
You're
to
gone.
get somebody else.
Yeah, because all these components here.
For $3 million, that's
No
not
way.
much money. I mean, that's a lot of money.
No,
but
I mean,
it's
I
not
have a
like-
You
job.
can make that last.
I would buy a house, a normal house, in a little town, and I would work at the grocery store, and I would open up a magic
There's Chinese
grocery
made
you
stuff in
are-
the grocery store.
Listen, if you are not using anything China related, you're living.
Now, when you say China
You're
related, does it have to be something that passed through? Is it something maybe it's a component made by a company that also makes things in China? I mean, is that
Components,
China related?
Semiconductors,
Yeah, I understand.
all that stuff.
Chinese steel, brother.
But you mean like things that actually came from China or Chinese companies? When you say China
Not
related,
Chinese companies. I mean, it could be American companies that have Chinese components inside.
right? But what if let's say a phone manufacturer does have Chinese components, but they do make a phone that technically doesn't have any Chinese components. The company is still China related. So are you going to hold that against me? You got to be real specific here, man, because $3 million is not a lot if you're taking. If you're like
You're taking everything from
if you're
China off the
super
table.
umbrella-ing related, then wow, you're really going to stick.
You have to. I think you would be giving up too much.
Yeah, because you could make
For the
more
rest
than
of your
$3
life.
million with all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now think about this: if there are life-saving measures you need, like
I'm going to a witch doctor.
your loved one has to go. You can't use anything China related.
Well, that witch doctor has a great grandma who went through Beijing once.
Well, then I'm dead. I'm sorry. Bye.
No, okay, so maybe not familiar relationships.
Okay.
All right.
Like you can't
Just appliances.
I'm not going to look at.
I think you're right.
I'm not going to look at your 23andMe and go, sorry, you got roots in China.
Made in China.
I'm just saying, like,
Can't use yourself.
Products.
Tangible things.
Yo, I think
Tangible
you're right.
product.
$3 million is not worth a lifetime of potential. I mean, this is a global. We're already in a global economy, and it's only getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So I think it's unwise to take the $3 million.
Yeah, it seems cool, but yeah, I think you're going to make way more with the
I love Chinese
technologies that China's
I love Chinese food.
making for us. Yeah.
Chinese food's out.
Yeah.
What if it's Springfield?
Can't buy a
style?
house, wiring, plumbing, all Chinese manufactured. I mean, I got a list of things that you don't realize are made in China,
Probably toilet paper.
or at least a component.
Let's hear it.
And by the way, so would you take the deal? $3 million, but you can no longer use anything China related. Rafe?
I'd have to see the paperwork on this because I think it's going to be overwhelming.
Overwhelming, for sure.
I don't even know if she could have her house. And I was just thinking about all the.
It's a 100-year-old house. It was built with no Chinese products imported because this was an American-made. The Revolution built this house.
Okay.
Okay. And
Which one?
and it's got all sorts of old appliances.
The one we had 100 years ago, apparently.
What revolution?
I don't know, but
The Revolution of 1924.
That was a big one.
Oh, that one, yes.
Remember that one?
this was built in the 1800s, and it's all everything was imported from Germany to make it.
So there's no electronics in the house at all?
And there's nothing problematic about that country at that time at all.
And you can never, rice was domesticated in China first. So, if you really want a China related, guys, it's an ancient place.
Okay, but rice.
Yeah.
And maybe it's got but where was the rice you're eating grown?
Yeah, I don't know.
Here. Well, rice is on the table. If you Carolina rice,
Okay.
fine.
Okay. I just think that list is crazy.
I'm taking the money because here's the deal.
52% of people would take the money, by the way.
Nobody is coming to my house and making sure nothing in this great house that I got for $1 million is anything's China related in it. So they're going to say,
if I give you the
just
$3 million,
vanishes.
I'm going to go and inspect everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. The universe will take it from you, regardless. I would do it for $3 billion and probably
billion.
no less.
Yeah, because $3 million. Think about this too. If you can't use China-related products, then the way you do banking or investments and stuff, you're probably going to have to use something that is made in China to get the calculations down or whatever.
Never
So
mind
you're kind of hosed on investments too.
Yeah, never mind the here and now. I think you're risking too much potential in your future.
So 48% said no, mostly because that means you'd have to give up too much. Pretty much all phones, computers, TVs, cars, because despite what the company or where they're based, they all have components like semiconductors made in China. You'd have to stay China-free forever, not just in spending this $3 million. So some people wondered if Taiwan was considered part of China for the question, which could make
Depends
a
on who you
difference.
ask.
But others doubted it was even possible.
There's one guy in the airport that doesn't consider it China.
we're acting like
let us in.
no other place in the world makes things. You just got to do a little extra work to find, this bag that I have with all my lipsticks in it, it's made in India. Okay, cool. I'll just see what India's making. And if they
But is every little
but that's
piece
not
of that?
Yeah, and
But
think about
every little piece of that made.
it's made in India.
and even think
But
about how
it was
got to you. Dude, you're basically taking an element off of the periodic table. You're saying I can't use anything with magnesium in it.
Okay, so for example, like Chevrolet. Chevy, an iconic automobile brand that has earned its place in the hearts of many American citizens, right? But not many people know that Chevy, owned by General Motors, is not coupled and assembled in the U.S. It's based in Detroit. General Motors is known as America's largest automotive manufacturer. It relies on a partnership with a company out of China for spare parts.
Wow.
Yeah, didn't we report that a couple years ago that the most technically American-made car was the Civic?
It was Toyota.
Yeah, it was Toyota. That's right.
Yeah, the most American-made car is Toyota.
Yeah.
When I owned a Toyota, I do remember one specific time where somebody gave me hell for not buying American, and I was like, not even going to ask what you're driving, but I'm not sure there really is anything.
My wife bought a Toyota, and then somebody asked if our car runs on soy sauce because they were pissed that we didn't buy an American car. What?
That'd be
What
expensive.
a rude thing to even ask.
That is
for.
Was that my uncle?
true. That is a true thing that happened.
Did she not punch the person in the face?
They asked me.
Oh,
Gosh, that's great.
he was cool, I bet.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun
So,
at parties.
Converse, an American footwear company, right?
Yeah, punk rock.
Wrong.
Yeah, the brand enjoyed a resurgence, over the past couple of years. Converse, Chuck Taylors are hot.
Yeah.
The All-Stars.
Thanks to Nike.
They moved manufacturing completely from the U.S. to Indonesia and other countries in Asia, including China. So Converse, off the table. Nike, off the table. Ray-Ban, the sunglasses, off the table. Chanel, off the table. Apple, off the table.
Wait,
Dell
did you say
Computer.
Chanel?
Off the table.
I'll smell
Dell.
different, but I'll be all right.
Gillette.
The best,
The best a man can get.
Wow. There's nothing better.
Dude, you remember,
Most of the razors are made in Shanghai.
you remember back in the 90s when people, especially like, church folks, because I remember at our church, it was like a boycott Disney. Boycott Disney.
Yeah.
And then when you tell people like, well, okay, that's great. If you're going to boycott Disney, though, you got to do the subsidiaries and everything that they own. And there goes your ESPN, and people are like, well, I mean, we're talking about boycott
I'm
Disney.
talking about the
Lern,
mouse.
I'm still going to watch.
Let's give Disney the finger. We'll give Disney the finger. You really walked that back, man. Really.
It was so funny.
Well, I'll stand outside the Epcot Center and give them double birds. I'll do that.
I remember watching
I'm
it in
willing to
real
do
time.
that.
Watch a belt.
People getting so upset with a mouse, and then they're like, well, ESPN's fine.
Yeah, that's okay. ABC's
Never-
good.
Let's draw a wiener on Mickey Mouse's face. I'll do that.
Yeah, we'll do that. I ain't giving up my ESPN.
You know, there's probably some monkey's paw thing in this, too, where, like, I know money, U.S. currency is made with ferrofluid, which is like a slightly magnetized ink, and it's manufactured in India and China. So there's probably, like, Chinese product in the money we're accepting.
Right.
And we'll accept it, make the deal, and then they take all our money away, and now we can't use the Chinese products anyway.
Well, as I mentioned, God forbid, you take the deal, you get old, you need to go to the hospital, and you got to tell everybody at the hospital, hey, you can't use any Chinese products.
This is really weird
They're
and
gonna leave
very
you in the
racist
parking lot.
sounding. Yeah.
They're going to leave you on the ground in the parking lot.
Hey, you know what?
Right.
Technically speaking, speaking of money,
Can I explain the deal to people, or do I just have to look like a really racist piece of crap right now?
You have to wear
But I took
Chinese.
$3 million.
No
I
Chinese.
just crab rangoon. No, thank you.
Well, the head doctor here
I
is
don't
from
do China.
Probably the door to get in is probably made in China.
Yeah.
See, you can't go anywhere.
Can't go anywhere.
and you know the best surgeon there is going to be from China, so you're like, doggone it.
and I think if don't we owe like $1 trillion
Oh, yeah.
to China? So technically our money is Chinese because it's
Borrowed.
we're in debt. Yeah, it's borrowed Chinese money. So
Exactly.
you can't even use your $3 million now. That's the real catch.
All right, $3 million in gold. I don't know.
Rizz screwed
There
you.
we go. Okay.
Hey, I'm having a good time at Practical Magic House with all my antique appliances. Everything's fine.
Can I get the
I'll be
gold
cool.
equivalent? She's over there with stacks of gold under her cabin.
How much gold is that apple?
I don't know. I don't think it's possible.
Can I get the financial equivalent in Desert Storm trading cards?
All right, fine. Here's a Colin Powell and a Norman Schwarzkopf.
Boom.
I forgot about those.
$3 million.
Here you go. People were upset with Rafe yesterday.
What else is new?
Talking about Dairy Queen.
Called Thursday.
Oh yeah. No,
Oh.
I got here's just one of the emails. You want it?
Yeah, I mean, so I'd never been to Dairy Queen before. I've never eaten food from Dairy Queen.
Yeah, you've not
Whatever they
lived.
said.
I guess I have not lived. Well, somebody offered me $3 million to never have
To
Dairy
never have
Queen.
Dairy
and
Queen?
I'll take that.
Don't take it, dude. The ice cream cakes are out of this world.
Oh yeah, their cakes are spectacular.
Well, and Rafe was like, man, the burgers are flame kissed and
You said it was the closest to a backyard burger that you've ever had.
Other than Backyard Burgers, yeah.
Right.
Which is another great
Yummy.
fast food place that we don't have.
and
Yeah, the
what-
chicken pineapple is yummy over there.
I said it's closer than Burger King. That's what I said.
Well, don't walk it back.
I'm not walking it back. I don't give up. Dump me out.
Stand firm. I'm with you.
Here's an email. WTF Dairy Queen is Rafe going to? I've been to over 5 different locations and all are straight garbage. The burgers are notorious for being terrible, like literally rated worst fast food burger from multiple sources. Ice cream isn't even actual ice cream. It doesn't have enough cream content to claim that. Even check the menu. It won't say ice cream.
How
Quit
dare you.
praising a subpar fast food joint. Thank you.
That you went to 5 times.
Yeah.
5 locations.
What?
Try only being able to eat it because you're single parent. Hey, we're going to DQ
Yeah.
tonight. Okay, Mom, I love you.
I hate this so much.
Whoa.
The first time I went back 4 more times just to make sure I hated it.
Right.
Yeah, that guy was pretty passionate
Yeah.
about his hate for Dairy Queen.
I didn't see that email.
But there was and we'll end on this here. There was a polling firm. What?
What's that? What happened?
Wrong pipe.
In
Joe.
defense of Dairy Queen, took her down.
Ooh, sorry.
So the polling firm YouGov, they put out a list of the most popular fast food locations around the nation. So this is the most popular fast food chains in America. Now here's how it's based off of the list. It's based off of the percentage of customers that have had positive associations with the brand. So they would go to this website, given the list, and how many positive experiences they've had at these places. And they take the brand with the highest positive experience, and they rate it. They rate them that way.
Cool.
So this is burger. This is everything. This is pizza. This is ice cream. This is everything on this list. The top 50 fast food chains in America. I will tell you, no Line's Choice. Taco John's is not on the top 50.
Okay.
But there are some regional places.
Okay, so start with In-N-Out, top 5.
Nope. In-N-Out is surprisingly number 38.
Five Guys.
Whoa.
Five Guys did not make the top 10. Five Guys.
Freddy's.
Wait. Freddy's did not make the list. Five Guys is number 11. So Five Guys out of the top 10.
Wow. Wendy's.
Number 1 you will never get.
Never?
Wendy's is number 3.
Penn Station.
Penn Station is on the list here. No, Penn Station on the list.
Firehouse?
Why will we not get number 1? Is it regional?
No, it's something I never would have
It's just
thought.
unbelievable.
You never would have thought it was fast food?
What are the
or-
metrics?
This is so they went to YouGov, so the polling site, and they said I had a positive experience at this place. So the place, and that's how they ranked them.
Okay.
The most positive experiences at certain places to determine the most popular fast food places.
Crazy Bowls and Wraps.
That did not make those. What was that one you said, Scott?
Ooh.
Firehouse, number
I
30.
said Firehouse.
he-
yeah.
yeah.
said
Number
Penn
33.
St-
In my heart, I did.
Whataburger?
Yeah, Whataburger's got to be on there.
Whataburger's on here, but it's not on the top. Did not fare well.
Del Taco.
Did not make the list.
White Castle.
Oh, yeah, good choice.
No way.
Did not make the list.
Disgusting.
Whataburger's number 34.
Shake Shack.
Shake Shack was number 48. Like Fuddruckers is number 46. Carvel is number 50.
Oh, so Applebee's is on this?
No, fast food.
Culver's.
I thought that was a sit down too.
Culver's number 43.
Yeah, if they consider Fuddruckers.
What about backyard burgers?
Nope. Like Burger King is number 21.
Crystals.
Nope. Steak and Shake's number 29. Hardee's is number 30.
Okay.
Taco Bell?
Where's
Taco
Derek?
Bell's
Is-
number 6.
Huddle House.
For burgers?
It's not just burgers.
Oh.
This is fast food.
burgers,
It's fast
it's
food
fast food.
satisfaction. High
It's
high
pizza.
satisfaction.
It's burgers. It's ice cream.
McDonald's?
Oh, I thought
McDonald's is number 10.
Domino's.
Domino's is on the list. Not in the top 10. Domino's number 17.
Red Lobster.
I know number 1.
Red Lobster's sit down.
Little Caesars.
Little Caesars number 23.
Long John Silver's.
Long John Silver's.
Whoa.
Or just John Silver's. If you want it to sound
Long John
fancy.
Silver's number 37.
Subway? Oh, you know, as far
What's
as
the
reviews,
one
what about
that's-
Starbucks?
Starbucks.
Captain D's?
Starbucks is on here. Number 36. What was the other one you said?
There's Captain D's. Was that on
Captain D's? No. What was
Cap-
the other one? Subway.
Subway. Oh.
Subway. Not on here.
What are the other Yum brands? So KFC?
KFC's number 7. Oh, Subway's number 8. I'm sorry.
A&W?
8 Subway, 7 A&W. They had a. I thought they had a great showing, even though I think it's very mediocre.
Tommy Burger.
No.
Chick-fil-A.
A&W's number 12. Chick-fil-A, which I thought would be higher than number 16.
Let's see here.
Is this place a traditional place? Is it a sub place?
Is it like one of the
It is an
coffee
ice cream
places?
place.
Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen is number 2.
Oh, this emailer.
So
Dairy
Baskin
Queen
Robbins.
is number 2. Baskin Robbins is number 1.
Holy smokes.
Well, the tides have turned.
Yeah.
Well, you know why?
Dairy Queen was number 1 last year, and they say taking the top spot this year is Baskin Robbins, the ice cream shop known for its array of flavors. It's been considered among the best fast food chains in America for a while, so it's no surprise it takes home the number 1 prize this year. 75% of the thousands of people that went to take this poll viewed the brand favorably.
But they got it made because, like, if you're going there, you know what you're expecting, and it's hard to let you down.
It's also hard to screw up ice cream.
That's what I mean.
Well-
Like, unless they give you a melted cone, like,
But it's
how
always
are
the
they going to
fun
let
moment.
you down?
You're never going there whenever you're sad or anything. It's always something.
Or
kind of
you go
exciting.
there sad to drown away your sorrows.
Okay.
Which is something I have done.
Yeah, it's always a treat. You know what
Yeah.
you're expecting.
It's
You
to
get
make
what
you
you're
happy.
expecting. They can't really let you down unless the place is on fire. Yeah, okay.
And
That
that's
makes
why
sense.
because I was like Baskin Robbins, Dairy Queen. You're going there for the ice cream. You're going there for the blizzard.
Yeah.
Like you know what you're getting.
I'll tell you, man, I let my parents down a couple times when I was a kid, but one of the first and earliest moments of letting my parents down is every time we would go to Ted Drew's. You know, my dad's a South City guy, and we go to Ted Drew's, and there was that Baskin Robbins next door, and I go, hey, take me over there. And he's like, come on, man, what's wrong with you? Are you sure?
Chipotle was 24, somebody's asking. Cinnabon was number 4. That's another place. You know what you're getting.
Yeah, hard to be let down.
Hard to be let down. Like, I'm going to Cinnabon because I know what I'm getting. Here it is.
I want sweet. That's sweet.
That's why Krispy Kreme is number 5. Again.
Hot donut sign. Can't
Hot
pass
donuts.
it up.
Yeah, see, simple. Keep it simple and hard to let people down. What else is in that?
places.
Dunkin'?
Dunkin's number 9.
Yes.
So it's all happy, sugary place.
Well,
Starbucks?
Dunkin's pretty out there. though.
Starbucks is number 36.
They got the bagel sandwiches. They got a. I mean,
But
they've
they
tried
have
a lot
the
of
fun stuff too. where it's
Yeah,
like,
and I'm just saying they've taken some risks. Good on.
Well, that's
Dunkin'.
why they're calling themselves Dunkin' now, because they want to see themselves as a coffee place.
Yeah.
More than a donut place. They're trying to take on Starbucks. That's why they got rid of the Dunkin' Donuts part.
That's the move at the airport.
Pizza Hut's number 13, Panera's 14, Arby's 15, Popeyes 18, Sonic 19, Papa John's 20.
Arby's is up there because you have no expectations when you go in.
Oh, somebody said White Castle was number 25.
Heck yeah.
Arby's, these are still open?
Oh, look, Arby's. I'll put something in my body.
Jersey Mike Subs, number 26. Auntie Anne's, number 27. Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs, number 28. Jimmy John's,
They have
31.
standalones? I didn't know they had standalones.
There was at the malls, right?
Jimmy John's 31.
For real?
Papa John's, 30. Panda Express, 32.
You guys are missing the obvious one. Sbarro.
Oh, yeah,
Didn't
that's
make
number
it.
one.
Didn't make it. Didn't make it. Jack in the Box, 35. Wingstop, 39.
Wingstop kicks ass, man.
Church's Chicken, 40.
Buffalo Wild Wings? I guess it's sit down.
Sit down. Orange Julius.
You're going to consider
Number 41.
Buffalo
What?
Wild Wings
Wait,
is the
they're owned by
same
Dairy
thing
Queen,
as
right?
Fuddruckers.
I didn't make the list.
I know, but that's wild, right? That they're even on there.
I always felt bad saying the word Fuddruckers
I
because
say it
it
very
sounds
slowly.
like
Is that
yeah.
place in
Sunset
Sunset
Hills.
Hills.
Is it still open?
I think
Yeah,
so.
I'm almost.
Do they still have the block of onion rings?
Man, I don't know. I
It
haven't
was
been
like
since I was
onion
a
straws.
kid.
It was like a block.
Oh yeah.
The only time you went there, because I grew up right down the road, and you would go there like after a soccer game or something. If like the team was meeting for something, you'd go there. And I'll tell you what, if they closed, bummer for them because that Bass Pro just opened up across the street. That would have helped business a bit.
Somebody's asking about Smoothie King. Yep, number 49.
Delicious.
That's a yummy treat.
When I want to go to the Dunkin' on Clarkson, I go to the Smoothie King on Clarkson because I'm like, this is a healthier option for you, babe.
Yeah.
You know?
It has real
Is it?
stuff.
Eat 400 calories in a smoothie rather than this whole box of don'ts.
Right. Quiznos, 44.
If they're open,
I was going to make a joke about Quiznos. I'm glad you're still on the
Raising
big enough to be
Cane's,
here.
45.
you love that place, dude.
Say it through your mouth. Raising Cane's 45. Your daughter and I are the Cane's queens.
She loves Raising Cane's.
So
I'm
does
like,
my
this
daughter,
is
dude.
so... Okay, why are you getting this?
There must have been
She's
some.
a smart
I'm
girl.
trying to figure it
Why
out.
are you getting this?
Kids love it, dude. They must have done something in schools or something.
I think the sauce, everybody's all about the sauce there.
Yeah.
It's a kid's restaurant, dude. Are you kidding me?
It's chicken
They're
fingers
just-
and fries. That's
Coach
it.
Malone's there.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why?
They only do chicken fingers and fries. It's like every picky little kid's dream to just be like, my parents couldn't even make me order anything else if they
Yeah.
wanted to.
There's literally 6 items on their
I
menu.
didn't know that.
It's
See?
like a salad, a sandwich,
Keep it
and
simple.
It's
combos.
like, do you want 4 chicken fingers, 6 chicken fingers, 8 chicken fingers, 12 chicken fingers, a single chicken finger, a half of a finger,
Or 50.
or 50?
or
Yeah.
just a bucket of sauce?
Okay, so I've tried it. In fact, the daughter ordered Cane's last night.
Good for her.
Because like, whatever you want. I'm like, we were supposed to go out to dinner, and that got screwed up. I'm like, just order something. What are you ordering? Raising Cane's. Okay. Okay, I'll give it another shot. Get me 2 chicken fingers. It came soggy. Nothing was crispy. Okay, and maybe it was because it was in the box. That's why DoorDash, you can't DoorDash certain things.
Yeah, you gotta eat at the parking
sucks. You got to eat it there. I did try to eat it there once. The breading slid off
It's delicious that way.
The breading slid off the chicken.
It's juicy.
Yeah, it's because they boil the chicken in dirty water and then they do that crust so that way. Because I've had it once and it was, you're just like, this is, people are coming here?
Boil it in dirty water.
No, listen, it's delicious. The crinkle cut
He's been
fry,
there once.
even the cream slaw is delicious. Your kids will eat the cream slaw if you get them
You
a
can
box
have my
combo.
portion. Einstein Brothers Bagels, number 42, which I do enjoy.
Einstein's. Hard to catch them. Open.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's
true.
good when you can.
Dude, somebody in the chat has the greatest review if you want to slam a restaurant. They just said, I thought I had COVID because it was so tasteless.
I'm not going to use that.
Sick burger.
That's brutal.
R.I.P. The Fuddruckers in Sunset Hills closed last year.
Bummer.
Oh, see? Oh, man, bummer. I think the sign's still up. I was at that Lion's Choice not long ago, and I think I saw the sign. I was like, oh, bummer for them because that Bass Pro, I think would have kicked the business up
I was
a little
finally
bit.
going to go there this weekend.
Yep. R.I.P. Fuddruckers.
Well, it was right next to a Panera and a Lion's Choice, so surrounded by enemies.
And I forgot to mention Cold Stone Creamery at number 22.
Oh, yeah, that's where they smush.
Which, go ahead.
No, I was
I've
gonna
never
say,
been.
They take all the different creams and they smush them with a
Yeah.
paddle in front of you and mix it.
That's a great place.
On
Yeah.
that frozen table
It
thing.
smells like an angel farted in there, dude. It is.
does.
You walk into a Cold Stone, it changes your mood.
It is pretty cool. And the whole thing is so cold that the restaurant is kind of cold, so you feel like you're in the refrigerator.
Never been.
In a good way.
And that's 22. So there goes the you can't mess up ice cream theory that we tried to lay on the Dairy Queen, who
Maybe
came in at
because-
number 2, dropping one spot from number 1 last year. So I can expect an apology email in the next 10 minutes
You have 24 hours.
from whoever this jabroni was who went to 5 Dairy Queens to prove that he hated them. I don't go to something 5 times if I hate it. So
Fool me once,
I'll accept your letter
Shame
of
on you.
resignation.
shame on you. No, shame on me.
Fool
Fool me 5 times.
No.
Shame on
Shame,
us.
wait, who is it? Won't get fooled again?
That's the Who. That's Daltrey.
It's got to be your bull.
Yep.
What did George Bush say that one time?
Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me. Second, there's another fooling happening. Well, just don't fool me.
That's embarrassing on you.
No.
He lost it. He lost the thread halfway through. Don't get fooled again. That's the point of that story.
Remember when George W. said, I know how hard it is to put food on your families. He also said that in a press conference, too.
Here you go, man.
Oh, man.
Okay,
Oh,
here
here we
it is,
go.
here it is.
Yeah, let's hear this.
Okay.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
If fool me.
Again.
Doggone, man.
He's like, oh, I don't need to write that in the speech because
don't get
I know
fooled
that one.
again.
That's my favorite thing. It's just
Such
that
a
face where he's like, I
don't
know the
get
words. Yeah.
If he'd have just had that sound effect, dude. That would've
Yeah,
been
can you
awesome.
play that again?
Oh, yeah. Now it's going to be
This is gonna be
rad.
the
Let's
remix.
do
an
this
old-
for George. Let's
There's
make
an
this
old
right for
saying
George.
In Tennessee, I know it's in Texas.
Can you play
Probably
the George
Tennessee,
Bush
too.
version?
Probably in Tennessee.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Dude, that rules now.
Who knew that rules now?
I'm down.
That was the redemption that man needed.
He just won a third election.
Oh, dude.
Wow.
All right,
He
that's
just woke up out of a dead sleep somewhere and was like, I feel like a weight's been lifted off me.
He paints. He's a painter now. Team Rizz Remember Today is brought to you by Hot Shots. St. Louis is home for Blues hockey. From St. Charles, Brantley D. Mercurio is our. We need another Italian in there.
What a cool
in
name.
Team Rizz.
Yeah, that's an awesome name.
We need another guy with a vowel at the end of his last name. Brantley is a huge fan of the show, has been a listener since the very beginning. Also attended many Point concerts over the years. Is stoked to be a 2024 Team Rizz member. Rocks all the Rizz Show member stickers on his car, along with his newly added Pork Steak Army sticker. And thinks Lern and Rafe's additions to the show have added a fresh feeling to his mornings.
Cool.
Loves all the segments on the show, especially Crap on Celebrities and Craig's Freak of the Week, which, by the way, Brantley, after the break, the Freak of the Week winner and Lern's Crap on Celebrities. Brantley DiMercurio from St. Charles is our Team Rizz member of the day. Get super sweet Team Rizz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, it's 7:18. Friday, your first look at the traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. It's time to lock in your NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. Right-hand shoulder blocked due to a stalled vehicle, 270 southbound just after Olive. We also have a 2 lanes now blocked due to a crash, 170 southbound just after 70. Your point forecast, patchy morning fog. High of 47. Right now it is 40 at the Point Studio.
All right, Lern, what do you got?
It was a bad week for artificial intelligence. It's Britney, bitch, banned. Vince McMahon is in hot water, and we need to get down to the real story of the week. We got to talk about this new remake of Roadhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Because people are divided, and there's some news about it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It's a whole thing.
You got that Vince McMahon stuff, too?
I do.
Oh, boy.
And this is bad.
Woo!
So everybody needs to take a seat.
Here comes the Undertaker.
Yeah, no doubt.
We got that. We got your crappy birthdays, the porno birthday, and we'll crown the official Craigslist Freak of the Week all next. Stay there. You know, I think our guest will be here in about a half hour. Worked on the roast of Bob Saget.
Sweet.
Ryan?
Yeah, Ryan Beck, comedian Ryan Beck. St. Louis's own Ryan Beck will be at Funny Bone, St. Charles this weekend, stopping by. He's got a short film, which is called, which I watched last night. It's called A Few Days Home in Johnson County. Uh-huh. So it's about his son returning to his Midwestern childhood home, where he finds that his dad has put together a death binder containing his exact plans for the end of his life. Super dark, super interesting. It's like 15 minutes. And it was at all these, like, these...
They won a bunch of awards.
Like film, awards things. Like the Sundance Fest and all those kind of film festivals. It's really interesting.
That is cool.
The binder had plans for the father's
father's
life?
death.
Oh, okay.
So he comes home, and he'll explain it. It's really dark and weird.
Beautiful.
And
like shot really nicely.
And I just want to ask him it because the house he goes to, like he comes home back to the Midwest. It's like one of these split-level Midwestern houses. I wonder if it's meant to be like around this area. Because, again, he's from here. So Ryan Beck will be here. Rafe's in Memoriam, that's coming up. Friday Fail Stories coming up. We got a lot of stuff to do today. It's Friday, guys. Who's happy?
I am.
I am.
Me.
I was big sad yesterday because of the seasonal affective disorder, but today I'm all good.
Today you're all good. We got some work to do. Let's crown the official Craigslist Freak of the Week. So Lern read us 3 new ads. You guys voted via Twitter, and one of these ads moving on to the Freak of the Year tournament. Well, here we go. Here's how it all shook out. In third place with 28.2% of your vote, this was Lern's pick to win. We say goodbye to Curious Orge.
Wow.
Curious Orge. Oh, that's the guy. That's the guy that wanted a full-on. He's a British guy, right? This is the
British guy looking to get an
Londoner?
orgy off the ground.
Needs 10 little people to show up.
Oh, yeah. He's got the grocery list. He's got a full-on grocery list. He wants you to bring a case of Flavor Aid. He needs 5 cases of bottled water. By the way, he's looking for 50 people and 45 hand towels. So 5 people are going home messy.
Well, we could share.
We're sharing everything else.
We're sharing everything else.
Let's share a hand towel.
All right, Curious Orge, we say goodbye to with 28.2% of your vote. It was close.
Bye, George.
With 28.6% of your vote, we say goodbye to Penny Lane.
Penny Lane was the woman looking for a woman to make her a human pin cushion. Mm-hmm. She wanted you to pin me on the ground with your feet, prick me with 100 little pins. It's going to be amazing. She's very excited thinking about it right now. But yeah, thumbtacks, push pins, quilt pins, needles, whatever you can, even pin a tail on my ass, she says.
All right. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, I thought this was a shocker. Because we all had, Lern had Curious Orge, we had Penny Lane. Mm-hmm. Nobody picked this one to win. Congratulations with 43.2% of your vote. The winner, moving on, Dennis Prodman.
Triple X Files, Man for Anyone, 40 years old, Montreal. I want an alien gangbang. Not like an illegal immigrant gangbang, but like a group of extraterrestrials. Close Encounters of the Third Kind Ultimate Experience. More specifically, aliens known as Zeta Reticulans. The Roswell Greys, or more commonly known as just the Greys. Looking for a fully immersive roleplay experience where a group of no fewer than 3 aliens show up at the foot of my bed while I'm sleeping and have their way with me in a seduction abduction. I have up to 5 movie quality costumes ranging from medium to extra large, 2 larges and 2 XLs. So all I need are some willing otherworldly freaks that will fully commit to alien play. I want to be poked, prodded, ogled, explored, and ravaged by your long, bony fingers and feel the haunting gaze of those deep, dark, black eyes in the corner of my room joeing while I get probed by the others. I cannot emphasize enough how turned on I am by this experience. No BSing around. You have to take your alien roles seriously. No corny alien jibber-jabber from G-rated films. I want scary guttural clicks and blood-curdling shrieks as you lay waste to my loins and cover me in ooze.
Yeah.
After you have humiliated and destroyed me sexually, I want you to cast me aside like a specimen, unworthy of collecting, and then skitter off into the night, leaving me to pick up the pieces of my shattered being. It turns me on almost as much to look in the mirror and bask in the underglow of my own destruction and degradation at the whims of my alien masters. The complete roleplay is of utmost importance, but you can't skitter off too far. I don't know you that well, and the costumes are very expensive. I will set up some refreshments in my garage, grape Fanta and Milano cookies, a favorite of the Greys, so you can skitter up in there and disrobe while I finish out the storyline alone. It doesn't matter if you are human, if your human form is a man or a woman, aliens are non-binary, serious inquiries only, and no tourists.
There we go. Congratulations, Dennis Prodman. The shocker, moving on to the next round, or moving on to the tournament, the year-end tournament. That's the Craigslist Freak of the Week. Yeah!
So good.
Tournament.
That worked out well.
I think I'm going to start saying tournament like you. Tournament.
Listen, tournament,
Tournament.
potato, tabata.
I like how you say it. I'm
Tomato,
not making
tomato,
fun of you right
potato,
now.
potato.
Tournament.
Say it the way I want to say it.
Yeah. It's like Parmesan.
Home Depot is obviously a good place to go for some spackle. Maybe an 18-volt reciprocating saw. But this? Who's seen Braveheart?
Oh, me.
Anybody seen Braveheart?
Mm-hmm. Me.
No, put that on my
The
list of
prisoner
films.
wishes to say a word.
So people online are cracking up after somebody noticed Home Depot is selling a 40-inch replica of Mel Gibson's sword from Braveheart.
This is peak mail.
Oh,
It's supposed to be decorative.
And timely.
It's supposed to be decorative.
Yeah, right on time for the promotion of the film.
But it's a legit sword that looks just like the one from the movie. It's modeled after William Wallace's sword.
It's got the one like is it the one with like where the ribbon is on it or something? And it hits in the ground and kind of wobbles on that shot. That's a great shot.
I think so. Right?
Look up the Home Depot sword. Now, William Wallace was a tall drink of water, so the real one's a lot bigger, 64 inches or just over 5 feet. Don't expect to walk into Home Depot and see a whole rack of medieval weapons, though. It's something they're only offering online. And they sold out after the story went viral. So HomeDepot.com actually sells a lot of random stuff now. You could also get battle axes, snorkeling gear, or a 64-ounce bottle of coyote urine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got it all.
That's cool.
The Braveheart sword normally retails for $58. Now, the Q&A section is the best part. Now, here are some of the questions people are asking about the Braveheart sword that Home Depot sells.
Oh, yes.
Is the sword suitable for overthrowing an oppressive English monarchy? I have a large fire-breathing dragon in my yard that I need to slay. Will this work, or should I hire an exterminator?
I love people, man.
Is this also effective in slaying vampires? Is the sword sharp and sturdy enough to carry into battle? Or is it just suitable for a bit of light pillaging? Is knighthood included, or does it cost extra? Is this TSA approved? If I hold this above my head and say, by the power of Grayskull, will I finally become master of the universe? Asking for a friend.
Hey, let's not mix Don't cross sword wielders. You know what I mean?
Well, the company that makes the sword actually responded to that last one and said, no, it's not intended for He-Man stuff.
Yeah, that's totally different.
I have a question. Can women buy the sword, or is this just strictly male?
Is it blunt?
A woman can buy it for a man.
Great. Happy Valentine's Day.
Is it blunt or sharpened?
Yeah, and is it? Can left-handers use it?
I'm sure this is a blunted.
Yeah.
You could sharpen it at home.
No, it looks like a right-handed.
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon, sharpened for $615, and it's like legit.
This is $58.
Well, it doesn't sound legit, does it?
I don't know. It's a good conversation piece.
Mm-hmm.
I know what somebody's getting for his birthday, Rafe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I need that. Good letter opener.
Yeah.
And haven't you ever wondered where William Wallace shopped?
Home
That's
Depot.
fun, yeah.
Now you know. All right, today is January the 26th. Back in the day, 54 years ago, 1970, Simon and Garfunkel released their final album, Bridge Over Troubled Water, featuring the title track and The Boxer. 47 years ago, 1977, Fleetwood Mac's original lead guitarist, a guy named Peter Green, was arrested and later committed to a mental hospital after he pulled a shotgun on his accountant for sending him too many royalty checks. Not too little, but too many royalty checks.
Stop giving me these monies.
45 years ago, 1979, The Dukes of Hazzard, starring John Schneider and Tom Wopat, premiered on CBS. 36 years ago, 1988, Andrew Lloyd Webber's Phantom of the Opera opened on Broadway. It's now the longest-running show in Broadway history.
It's the greatest.
26 years ago, 1998, President Clinton uttered the now infamous words, I want to say one thing to the American people. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Oh, William.
Miss Lewinsky.
We should play that with the
and
too.
See if you can find that.
All presidential redemption comes from
Bill
just
Clinton.
adding that sound effect at the end of something dumb they said.
I did not have sexual relations.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Pause. Miss Lewinsky.
That's great.
21 years ago, 2003, Jimmy Kimmel Live premieres on ABC. 14 years ago, 2010, Avatar becomes the highest-grossing film of all time. Previous record holder, Titanic, also directed by Jim Cameron. And 4 years ago today in 2020, Kobe Bryant dies in a helicopter crash, along with his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, and 7 other people.
Terrible.
And that's what happened back in the day.
Do you remember when Jimmy Kimmel first started and it was live and people got really drunk?
Well, they had a full bar.
Yeah, like guests got hammered. They had to stop. But it was like that first couple of years.
I know. It was
wild.
the first. I didn't think that lasted a month.
I went to it when he was still doing that, like as an audience member.
That's cool.
And it was wild. Because, like, I can't remember who was on it. I think one of the dude that played, not Jon Snow, but his brother in Game of Thrones, super hot guy. They got murdered. Rob Stark. That guy was on it, and he was getting
lit up.
They were getting lit.
Well, it was funny because Jimmy Kimmel, when he first started, the talk show was like, I'm not going to have a desk. I'm not going to do the typical late night talk show thing. And now he's doing the typical late night talk show.
He does it well, though. I'm glad he did do that.
They learned that formula. That particular formula works.
Yeah.
All right. Take it away, Bill.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
Dude, I think we've discovered something here today.
That is so
Redemption.
Yeah, it works.
It works.
Wow. It works. All right, here's Crap on Celebrities. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your Crap on Celebrities.
And it's brought to you by Bright House Plumbing. Call the best, flush the rest, brighthouseco.com, 636-600-0188. Tech geeks manipulated AI to create deep fakes of Taylor Swift. I'm sure you saw this in some feed yesterday. You saw Taylor's ass.
AI Taylor's ass.
AI Taylor's ass. And this happens all the time. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've been tagged on Twitter with a fake of Jennifer Aniston topless. It's just not real because I love Jennifer Aniston. People are like, oh, what about this? And I'm like, those aren't her breasts. But anyway, this is pretty gross. So It's not her, it's not Taylor's body, obviously. These deepfakes show Taylor posing in suggestive sexual positions. Some feature her wearing skimpy Kansas City Chiefs merch, reference obviously to her boyfriend, Travis Kelce. They flooded a number of sites, including
there were
Twitter.
some dirty ones, like her getting gangbanged by everybody in Arrowhead.
Awful.
Whoa.
Being, like, passed around.
47 million times these photos have been viewed. Within, 48 hours of being on the internet. That's crazy.
Yeah, you couldn't get away from them.
And so Senator Mark Warner, he's joined all sorts of Swifties around the world expressing outrage. He said, quote, "I've repeatedly warned that AI could be used to generate non-consensual intimate imagery. This is a deplorable situation. I'm going to keep pushing on AI companies to stop this horrible capability and on platforms for their circulation." X and other social media sites started cracking down yesterday after the deep fakes of Taylor Swift
Would they be
went
taken
viral.
down and more would come up?
I know. It's crazy, man.
Yikes, man.
In other AI news, so we were talking a couple weeks ago about the George Carlin AI special that came out, and that the George Carlin estate is now suing the creators of that AI-generated comedy special, George Carlin, I'm Glad I'm Dead. Dudesy is the media company. And Carlin's family alleges the copyright infringement and demands the immediate removal of the special and unspecified damages. They say, the suit claims that Dudesy used Carlin's work to train a chatbot without permission. And the special is still available on YouTube and features, an approximation of Carlin's voice and style.
Yeah, we're going to start seeing these lawsuits now.
Right.
It's going to be interesting to see what precedents are set.
Well, then this will be one. So Kelly Carlin, George Carlin's daughter, says it's casual theft of great American artists' work. And the defendants in the case are the Dudesy podcast hosts Will Sasso and Chad Kultgen.
Yeah, Will Sasso's a big name.
They have to take it down, right? They're not going to fight this. You think?
I don't know.
They should have done it as soon as the family asked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, shame on them.
Like, hey,
They
sorry.
got their name out there.
Thought it was being creative.
Sorry, thought we were being creative.
Yeah.
These are all good things
100%.
these are all good things for the conversation, though. We need a conversation around. I mean, because AI was just let loose. No fences, no nothing.
Right.
And while it has so many potential benefits, like all of that is outweighing all the theft.
'Cause
At
what
least legitimate
Google-
crawling theft
Is about to roll out a video.
Right. So, and
I mean, it's going to be nuts. When
and we
the stuff they're rolling out.
idolize these tech companies and these tech geniuses and all this kind of stuff, and at the expense of, oh man, we gotta pull it back and have some regulations.
Yeah.
Well, and
so
even
these are conversations that have to be had.
right.
It's just it sucks that it's coming on the pain of.
When we talk from an artist and creator and content creation perspective, but even earlier this week, there was that Joe Biden robocall that went out that was AI created, where they used the likeness of Joe Biden's voice, and he was asking Democratic voters not to vote. So it's not even just in the realm of
it's
entertainment.
Yeah, they were talking about
it's
weaponry.
in the
Yikes.
political world. That's
Yeah.
going to be.
Weapons.
Oh, this
It's
is so
gonna be
a thing.
frustrating.
So buckle up, everybody. It's going to get real weird. Alice in Chains have announced that their 1994 acoustic-based EP, Jar of Flies, will get reissued in multiple editions coming out on March 22nd.
What a great
record.
What a great record,
Dude.
front to back.
Nutshell, no excuses. I mean, the best.
Brother, right? Is Brother on there?
Yeah,
Hey
Frogs.
there, brother.
Rotten Apple.
Rotten Apple is what I'm talking about.
I Stay Away on that record
Yeah.
as well. Well, anyway, if you're an Alice in Chains fan, it's the reissue is going to be a black 12-inch vinyl available from all retailers, plus on the band's official web store. They're offering tricolored vinyl, a cassette, and a clear variant with flies embedded in the vinyl, which is actually really cool.
Oh, dude, Don't Follow on that record. It's a 6-track.
Right? That's a depression record.
Oh, yeah.
When I'm real sad.
Yeah, you listen to that when you're sad.
Days like today.
And it's not an uplifter.
It was perfect if you were stuck in your room and you were 15. You're like, yeah, man, this world. I tell you what,
tell you
man,
what.
I got no place to go.
No, man, that's you're sad listening to that. Oh, Sap is Brother.
There's also a new exclusive merch tied to the anniversary, including limited edition apparel, a poker set, and a skate deck in collaboration with Welcome Skateboards. So think about your Alice in Chains fanatic. Britney Spears has been banned on and off from the Four Seasons in Los Angeles after making guests very uncomfortable.
This story is really funny.
It is. So Britney,
In a sad way.
well, okay, so Britney obviously lives in a $14 million mansion, and about a couple miles away is the Four Seasons in Los Angeles, and they have a spa, and trust me, I go to the Four Seasons here in St. Louis. The spa and the amenities there are top notch.
You're just like Brittany.
I am just like Brittany, only I'm not going topless by the pool all the time in front of the families because that's what she's been doing. She's been going topless, and it's a family-friendly 5-star hotel. So a lot of elite families are staying at this place, and Brittany's coming out and putting her knockers out in front of families, and they're sick of it.
And they've told her to stop.
They banned her before and then brought her back.
Like, all right, you're banned, Brittany. Go home, Brittany. Yeah. And she said, all right, you're unbanned, but you got to behave. And then she'd come out with her boobies out.
She'd come out with her boobies out.
You're banned, Brittany. And then let her back. And it wasn't only just the topless stuff. They said she was just being weird.
She was being strange. Some guests have complained about her going topless by the pool, making them very uncomfortable, and her behavior is often bizarre and annoying, said somebody who works.
Bizarre and annoying.
Which is a terrible combination.
Oh, man.
Yeah, bizarre is one thing.
But
bizarre and annoying. Oh.
Especially, I mean, I'm sure you're paying a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
For this place. I know how much it cost in St. Louis,
right.
The Four Seasons.
This is LA.
I can't imagine Beverly Hills Four Seasons.
Yeah.
And you're being annoying, you're paying a lot of money. People don't, listen, I've come to the spa to relax.
Yeah. Not see Britney Spears' breasts. I can see those on Instagram.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. It's the annoying stuff.
Right.
Get her out of here.
So she's banned for good. In other Britney news, and there's some audio for this, Justin Timberlake released a new video of his single Selfish. All sorts of Britney Spears fans are sending her 2011 song by the same name up the charts just to troll Justin. And so here's a little bit of Justin and a little bit of Britney's song, Selfish, both titled in different years.
So if I get jealous, I can't help it.
Boy, I've just come to the realization I don't like either of those songs.
Okay, well.
You know, dude, it's wild. I was a huge Justin Timberlake dude. That Justified record is one of the best records of that whole
it's a
decade.
great record,
It's so perfect. And but dude, my wife said something yesterday I forgot. And she's like, we watching some movie, I guess Trolls movie or something. I guess he's in that. And she goes, he fell out of favor with me, and I can't subscribe because he of that whole thing he did with Jennifer Beal. Jessica Biel, yeah. Remember, he was like fooling around or something on the set,
on the movie
and
set.
He got busted,
yeah.
and like
they're still going strong. That's his wife, and actually, I have some news on her. So
what a dummy! What a dummy!
He is a dummy. Last time he came through St. Louis, or maybe I don't know. This is like 10 years ago at the Enterprise Center. I went to the show, and Jessica Biel and their son was standing right behind me, and I got to like talk to her for like a brief second. She is so gorgeous, and she's so
awesome.
Cool. But I read this and I go, well, is she cool? Jessica Biel likes to eat in the shower. She posted a new video on TikTok.
Eat in the shower?
Yeah, she likes
Kramer.
Yes.
From Seinfeld.
She's Kramer from Seinfeld. She posted on TikTok in December, and she says she likes eating shower appropriate items. Now, I want to ask you if these are shower appropriate items. Feedback on this.
No food is shower appropriate. Just saying.
Like I've done a shower beer.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
On vacation.
And maybe I've been chewing fruit before I get in the shower and digest it in there, I guess. But yeah, I've never eaten a bowl of yogurt. She's eating cereal, yogurt, popsicles, coffee, and tea. She says these are all suitable for shower consumption.
Now, it just shows the size of her shower that she can actually walk away from the water. And not
There's a
sweat.
table in the shower.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She got a chef in the shower.
An
omelet station.
You don't have a shower chef, dude?
That's for her. Hey, we'll say
I have a shower caddy.
One of the coolest shows I ever saw when he did the Future Loves
Sex.
Yeah, whatever
it was.
Right before that huge tour, I saw him at House of Blues in Chicago with his band. Maybe the coolest show I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I went to go see Timbaland in L.A., and it was surprise guest Justin Timberlake came out. He was very good. Very entertaining.
Yeah.
Very entertaining. Well, his wife is eating in the shower, so take that for what you will.
That's fine.
And finally, Roadhouse is getting a remake with Jake Gyllenhaal as Dalton. But instead of a professional bouncer, he's a former UFC fighter who's down on his luck, and he takes on this bouncing role. Conor McGregor plays the antagonist.
Man, I saw the you watched the trailer?
I watched the trailer, yeah.
All in. I'm in.
Really?
Dude, Jake Gyllenhaal shredded.
He is.
Shredded in this.
And he's beating the hell out of everybody, Patrick Swayze style. This is Conor McGregor's first film role, but there's controversy with it. The director is now boycotting the film's premiere at South by Southwest Film Festival because Amazon has decided to just stream it rather than put it in theaters. The director says, quote, Amazon will sell more toasters if it has more subscribers. It will have more subscribers if it doesn't have to compete with movie theaters. They are using Roadhouse to sell plumbing fixtures.
That's
kind of an argument.
That's an extreme.
But also people are like, Roadhouse was perfect, right? It's an old 80s movie that is perfect. We were watching it not too long ago.
Who's the bad guy? Ben Gazzara was the bad guy.
They bought Tina a VHS copy of Roadhouse for her birthday.
We gave Tina Roadhouse on VHS for her birthday.
That was Jeff Burton's favorite movie.
Was it really?
It's a great movie.
It's a fun movie, man.
And you gotta, here's the thing about Roadhouse. You can't lose the essence of the movie, which was...
He was the bouncer.
He was a bouncer, but he was also like a poet. He was a reluctant bouncer. Violence was the last thing Dalton wanted to do. Now you've put this whole, you put this whole ex-UFC fighter who's down on it. And now he's just, I'm just curious if they kept the essence of the movie. Brad Wesley, such a good bad guy. I brought J.C. Penney here. Ask anybody. What a great line.
This seems to have a different vibe.
Does it still take place in Missouri, or is there another?
No, it's on a coast.
No, it looks like Miami or something like that. It looks like
Boo!
close to the beach.
That's not a roadhouse.
That's what I mean. Like,
that's a beach house.
They've changed a lot. And I guess that they're trying to do something original with an old storyline, maybe.
I get it.
But are we sick of this? Are we sick of perfection being dug up and tried again?
I don't know. As long as there's stuff being blown up or people's asses getting kicked, I'm all about it.
Well, he better have sex standing up.
That's right.
I saw
that was a very formative part of my childhood.
I was trying to think of actors when they were talking about redoing this. Remember we talked about it a couple of years ago, and they were saying, "Oh, who would be perfect?" You know what I kept thinking? Like, I would like to see Ben Foster do something.
Oh yeah, he's great.
The dude is so good, and I'm just waiting for his like. Ben Foster is.
You gotta look him up.
Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
He's stunning in everything.
So I sat in finally, and I wasn't done because we have to talk about Vince McMahon.
Yeah, listen. During the break, I want you to see the trailer.
Yeah.
Have you seen the trailer yet?
I watched the little mini trailer on Instagram this morning.
It's like 2 minutes.
All right.
And Conor McGregor, I mean, he plays the bad guy, and
he's
it's not really much of a stretch for him.
No, it's not. I mean, he's almost playing himself.
Does he look natural on screen and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
He's got all the tattoos and everything.
Speaking of trailer, you going to say something about that A24 film you
oh my
sent me
gosh.
today?
Well, I was crying in the office
Crying
before
in the office,
show.
here she is.
Well, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is, and I didn't have it in here, but because honestly, it's such a downer. I didn't want to put crap on today.
Oh, I saw this.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus plays a mom. It's an A24 film. Her daughter has some sort of terminal illness, and there's a talking bird in it that is
supposed to represent death.
And
Dave Bautista, right?
Oh yeah, and it's just it got me. The trailer is, I think it's called like a Tiger or Tuesday, and
yeah, it's a movie I'm not watching.
Put that on the blog, Scott.
Okay.
Because it is it's heavy, boy.
I started crying, and Moon goes, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Nothing, dude. I'm just over here losing my mind."
I'll take a movie I'll never see for $100
on a movie. No, that's one that you got to see and probably never want to see again.
No.
Yeah. But dude, how many movie trailers make people cry? You know what I mean?
Right. Before we go on to birthdays, Vince McMahon is being accused of sexual assault and sex trafficking by a former WWE employee. A lady named Janelle Grant alleges that McMahon pressured her into having sex with him and another WWE employee for a job in 2019. Her rep claims that McMahon greeted her in his underwear, touched her, repeatedly asked for hugs, and spent hours sharing intimate details about his personal life.
And I saw some of the text. Did you read any of the text messages associated with this? Whoa, dude.
Bad.
Oh, man.
So there's actual screenshots of...
Oh, a lot of them.
Wow. Well, McMahon is also being accused of sharing explicit photos of Grant and recruiting other WWE employees to sleep with her. And she also says that McMahon forced her to sign an NDA after his wife found out about their relationship, in quotes. Right now, the WWE has not commented at this time.
Passed her off to like Brock Lesnar to get him to re-sign with the WWE. It's some wild allegations.
Yeah.
Wild.
Is this what
I sent you guys yesterday.
Is this what? Yeah, but is this what was coming to light when he stepped back? I forgot what that was from.
Probably.
Maybe
they probably knew about it.
Part of it. But I think in total he's paid I think the figure was like $16 million to pay off different women.
Gross.
With various
alleged
allegations, yeah.
So is there any jail time that could be involved with this? That's interesting.
And I do want to say rest in peace. We always have the porn star birthday. Porn star actress Jessie Jane, who also appeared in music videos like Drowning Pool's Step Up, was discovered dead beside her deceased boyfriend in her Moore, Oklahoma home on Wednesday. Cops discovered both of the bodies after an employee of Jane's boyfriend called to do a welfare check after not hearing from him for several days. It's not clear the cause of death, but TMZ says it could have been a possible drug overdose that led to both of their deaths. In addition to her adult films, Jane was a Playboy TV host, appeared in TV shows like Entourage, and she was also on the cover of Drowning Pool's 2004 album, Desensitized. So rest in peace to her.
Yeah, man. The double overdose. It's that fentanyl stuff, man.
Yeah, that story we had yesterday about the guy, the friends in the backyard that, that were dead and the other friend didn't know.
Oh, yeah. We're not saying that was fentanyl.
No, we're not. But, we don't know what this is yet either,
But when it's a double overdose?
It's awful.
Yikes, man.
That's your crap on celebrities.
Celebrities celebrating a birthday today, unfortunately. Eddie Van Halen would have been 69 today. He passed in 2020. Nice. Octomom's octuplets are 15 years old. 15. I thought that was longer. I thought that was early 2000s.
No,
15 minutes.
My daughter is 23 today.
Hey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Sasha Banks is 32. Manti Te'o.
Manti Te'o.
Thank you. If you haven't seen that documentary, by the way, I think it was on the Untold series on Netflix. Incredible. 33. Edwin Hodge is 39. Vince Carter is 47. Kirk Franklin is 54.
Hey.
Andrew Ridgeley, the sole surviving member of
Wham,
is 61. Wayne, the
Gretzky.
great. That's right, Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, I thought it was Newton.
The great one is 63. Ellen DeGeneres is 66. Anita Baker is 66. Lucinda Williams is 71. Jerry Sandusky is 80 years old.
Ugh.
Can you? I didn't even realize he was
Alive?
Yeah, every time we do
Jerry Sandusky is alive.
the memorial plaque or whatever. 80 years old. And Bob Uecker, kicking ass, Major League, Mr. Belvedere.
Still doing Brewers.
And all the real
broadcasts.
baseball stuff.
Dude, I saw a cool pic of Bob Uecker.
Yeah, you reposted that.
What was it, with Bob Gibson or
Yes,
whatever?
it's hilarious.
There was like a team photo of the Cardinals, and they were holding hands in the photo, and it was just a cool.
Well, they had to retake the picture.
Yeah.
The dude
they got in
seems,
trouble for it.
Yeah,
got in trouble for
he
it.
seems hysterical.
Yeah, he's awesome.
So it was during the team picture when Bob Uecker played for the Cardinals.
Okay.
He was holding hands with Bob Gibson.
Aw.
so
And they're doing it as a joke, and they had to redo the picture.
And what year would
love
that
it.
have been? 60?
The 60s.
Yeah, it's just cool that
Bob
he was doing
Uecker
that.
is 90.
90 years
He's
old.
awesome.
You
All
hit
right.
What a
Hero,
cool
man.
dude.
it. Well done.
Today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Deja Dare. And today's birthday girl has been in 242 fine films, including Anal Retentive 6. She was in Army of Ass 7, a movie called Attention Whores 1, Clean My Crack, Not Gone in 60 Seconds, Done in 60 Seconds.
Damn.
Scott's favorite, Girth, Wind, and Fire.
It's a
Great
good
band.
soundtrack.
Rafe's favorite, Help, I'm Horny.
Yeah, that's a Beatles one.
Moon's favorite, Revenge of the Butterface. Learn's favorite, Shaving Grace.
Yeah.
The Young and the Thirsty and Who Could Fit a Roll in 2005's Meat Holes 4.
Oh,
Golly.
look
Meat
at this,
holes.
Look at this cheesy ass photo, dude. So they got them stacked like a high school team,
Yeah.
The Cardinals, yeah.
and they're on the
That's
they're on
Look
the
how
bench.
happy Bob Gibson is.
Yeah, Bob is to Bob's right, and Bob is to Bob's left, and
They're the best.
They're holding hands.
That is adorable.
They're amazing.
Deja Dare is 42 years old. It's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. Has our guest arrived?
Yeah, I'm going to go grab it.
All right, Ryan Beck's going to be in next. We'll get some of your emails, too. It's straight up 8 o'clock. It's Friday, traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. It's time to lock in your NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. Right-hand shoulder blocked due to a stalled vehicle 270 northbound just after Gravois. Your point forecast, patchy morning fog. High of 47. Right now it's 40 at the Point Studio.
All right, welcome back to the Rizz Show. Joining us in studio, comedian Ryan Beck.
Hello.
St. Louis's own.
St. Louis's own.
St. Louis's own Ryan Beck.
Yep, that's right. Here I am. St. Charles, Missouri's own. I hate that we have to specify.
Well,
But
I
think the rest of the cities have adopted me. So
I was looking at your bio, and it's like, from New York City, Ryan Beck, and it says originally from St. Louis. Really tiny. Are you ashamed?
No,
Are you
no.
ashamed?
The fact that I included it shows very much that I'm not ashamed, okay? Because I could just be like, one of these guys or ladies who have just said, you know what? I'm an East Coast person, but I'm not. I'm very much not an East Coast person.
It's just a humble Midwestern. He didn't want to brag about being from St.
That's right.
Oh, that's
so
it.
Wrote it really small.
Who is it? Nathaniel Rateliff.
Yeah, he's from
Herman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Herman.
What?
He's from Herman.
For real?
And yet from Denver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Confusing.
Nathaniel Rateliff. No, bro. You're from Herman. Own it.
Herman's got great stuff, too.
Herman's
it
got
does.
great stuff. Good. Yeah, that's a
What
nice
do we-
little city.
There's the German
Nice little
festival.
town.
Isn't
The
there?
Wurst,
The wine
Wurst
festival.
Wine festival.
Wine
What-
fest.
Wurst?
Wurst Fest. The Bratwurst
The Wurst
Festival.
Fest.
Yeah.
Okay. You were
gotta
using
they
a
gotta
U.
change that name.
I could see.
No, we got to say it with the Wurst.
The Wurst Fest.
The Wurst Fest. When did you leave town?
Boy, I moved to New York in 2010.
Oh.
Yeah. I got a job out there, and I did an internship with the Daily Show with Jon Stewart, and then I was like, "This is pretty nice." And then I went back to Mizzou, finished the degree, and then went back to the city.
Okay, so what school did you go to out here? Like, so what high school?
I know.
Stupid cliche question.
Why do you
Stop it.
listen? I've been trying to think about
Stop
this
it.
question a lot, and why is it people ask the question?
Because they want to know your economic status growing up.
That's what I think. I think it's economic status, it's general geography, and then there's a third question underlying all of it. It's like, when did you know any black people? And that's what it is.
I don't know about that
I
part.
think it is. I think people
I
want
think
to
it's
know.
I think it's an economic status thing.
I went to Francis House Central, so my very, St. Charles,
middle class,
and a few people, a few black people I know.
Yeah, if somebody
So-
says I went to Ladue, yo.
That's why I didn't grow up
Dad's
here.
a doctor?
I didn't grow up here, so I just skipped to the last question. It makes people uncomfortable.
Well,
Where'd
you
you
just
grow
say I'm
up,
from
Rafe?
Southern
Where'd you grow up?
Illinois.
Southern Illinois, so I just say, do you know any black people when I meet people from St. Louis?
I love black people.
We get right down to the meat of it.
There you go.
How many black people were at your high school?
Oh, he was a friend of mine.
Oh, God.
Hilarious.
What about other Southern Illinois person?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Unfortunately, there were hardly any people of color in my schools. It was all white people. Sucked.
We had a good mix. I went to school in New York, so I'm from New York.
Oh,
moved
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yeah, see?
It was one in. One
I
out.
love New York. I love the different
I left.
cultures.
Ryan went to New York.
His bio's
We
the
traded.
opposite.
We
Yeah.
traded. But I just, I don't know. I like it there. I like it here. I like it everywhere. I feel pretty comfortable out here, though, for sure. Like, it's just something about driving 85 on 270 felt really nice to me. So
Yeah.
Feels like
I'm
home.
fitting in, man.
So after high school, you went to New York, and then you went to Mizzou, or went to Mizzou, and then
I went to Mizzou, and then I had a taste of the city, and I said I should go back there because I want to do TV. I want to do comedy.
Yeah.
And it's where you go.
Your parents disappointed?
No, not for those reasons.
It's a legit question. Your dad's an Air Force guy.
Yeah, no, they're not disappointed. They're pretty chill. My parents are great. They just want you to do they was always like, go after what you want to do,
Right.
and just do the best you can at it. It's very.
We just want you to be happy.
But isn't that a very
Your
St. Louis
father and
vibe?
I just want you to be happy.
I feel like
American dream.
that's a very St. Louis kind of thing. It's just work hard at whatever you're going to do. We don't
Yeah.
really care what you do, and then call us on our birthday.
Right.
Yeah, as long as you don't come back, that's it. Once you're out, you're out.
What did you? I wanted to hear
The
about
room's now a sewing room.
working on the Daily Show with Jon Stewart. He's coming back. Did you have like the inside scoop on that? That he was
No,
gonna
of course
come back?
not. That was so many years ago. I
Well-
got no scoop. Nobody talks to me.
Oh,
Are
they
you
didn't
gonna-
call you?
You should have
No.
called. Was
No.
that fun?
They didn't
feel
call
like
ask.
when
Yeah,
it
we
was-
got no
scoop.
Ask if this is okay.
It was great. I mean, you guys know you have free coffee here, but they had free lunch every day. That was the best part.
That's sweet.
Dang.
Come on.
Sandwiches or
Must be
It's
nice.
catered lunch.
Oh, they
Go
cater
crazy.
lunch?
Oh, yeah.
nothing but the best.
Like, what's her face with the food in the shower? It's like a big deal.
Yeah. Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel.
Shower. It's disgusting.
Do you eat in the shower? It sounds like you don't.
No,
I don't
can't
have a
eat
big
in the
enough shower. Everything's going to get wet. I have a small shower.
My shower, classic New York apartment, the shower head, so the bathtub, we all know how they're shaped, like a rectangle, and the place where the water comes out is right in the middle. You can't escape. There's no eating in there.
Oh,
nightmare.
so you have the bathtub shower.
It's bad, and I bonk my head. It's like too much. It's
So you
too
have the
much.
bathtub. The bathtub shower. So when you step in
You step in,
the shower's right.
yeah,
Right there.
it's bad.
It's in the middle of the rectangle.
It's in the middle.
Yeah, it's weird how they just fit every. They just like when they make these apartments.
It's the wrong shape.
It doesn't come the long way, right?
No. It's all messed up.
It's all messed up. When you first moved to New York City, was it a culture shock? I mean, you're young,
Dude, I'll
enough.
tell you what it was. Oh, so the big thing for me was like, I needed a haircut. I moved to Washington Heights, which is the top of
I lived in Washington Heights, 170th and Fort Washington.
I was on Fort Washington 178. by the bus terminal. It was bad news.
Yeah, very bad. I got mugged up there.
Yeah, also the buses. Pretty loud.
So I got mugged up there. This was 2001. And the cops came. So I was...
that's lucky right away.
No, after I got mugged, I was running down the street, running back to my apartment. Somebody had called in that a man was running with a gun down the street, and I happened to be running after just getting mugged.
Hilarious.
This is 2 o'clock in the morning. Undercover comes and pulls up onto the sidewalk, gets out, spotlight on me, gun drawn, get over against the wall. I'm like, I was just robbed. I was just robbed. He goes, get in the car. Get in the car. He yells at me, get in the car. And then he starts yelling at me for living up there.
Hilarious.
He's like, you shouldn't. This is your fault.
You did this to yourself.
You did this to you. I'm like, I knew it was going to happen eventually.
So there you go. Yeah, a little bit of a culture shock.
That's their version of what high school did you go to.
Yeah.
An undercover cop just chastises you for your socioeconomic status and where you live.
Yeah. There's a place.
I think we got to drop the question. High school, Just ask me where I live. I'll tell you.
Yeah, the address, everything.
I'll tell you everything.
Dude,
dox myself on air.
Great food.
In New York?
Washington Heights.
Yeah,
no,
sure.
Washington Heights, there was a Cuban, I don't know if it's there anymore, Cuban Chinese place called La Caridad.
Cuban Chinese. Sounds hot.
So the menu was half Cuban food, half Chinese food.
I'm in.
Yeah.
It
was delicious. Yeah, you could mix it. Okay, anyway.
Wow.
Anyway, back to you, Ryan.
Back to me. What do you want to know?
No, I want to talk about your short film, which I watched last night.
Yeah.
It's called A Few Days Home in Johnson County.
That's right. And I shot it in Johnson County, Missouri.
I was going to ask you where that was shot.
Yeah, in my folks' old house, actually.
I mean, I saw that. Obviously, when I was watching the movie, I'm like, this has got to be Missouri somewhere.
It is, absolutely.
And is that your parents' house?
It was, yeah. They moved. They're back out. They're back out here, but they were in Warrensburg for a long time. So no, it's just a ranch house. And there's a little basement, but I don't think we shot much down there. But yeah, man, I wanted to make a movie, so I made a movie. And that's exactly what I mean. And that's why I'm proud to be out here, because people get things done out here. You know what I mean? You just go after it. I say, okay, I want to make
a movie.
No one's going to let you do it. No. I think people generally in their lives wait around for permission to do things too much,
Yes.
And it's like, if you want to try something, go for it.
I agree, man.
Talk to somebody who's like, I want to do a podcast. And it's like, we'll do it. You don't need
go for it.
You don't need money. You need a little bit to do something, right?
Well,
did you microphone or whatever?
Is this your own money you used to make this movie?
Yeah, it was a bad idea. But I did use it. I did use it. I used all my money, and so that's why I need people to come out to the shows tonight.
Yeah. So,
Keep it
Ryan
real.
Beck said Funny Bone up in St. Charles. You got 2 shows tonight, 2 shows tomorrow, 1 on Sunday. But I do want to talk about the short film, which is excellent.
Lay it on me. Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay, so Midwestern boy comes home to see his parents, gets home, finds a binder that his dad has by the front door with the instructions for when Mom and Dad die, this is what you are to do.
Yep.
My husband's parents, every time they go on a flight, they will leave the binder out.
Yep. People
What?
got a binder. It's a real thing. The binder's a big deal. That's
It
why
is.
I was like, I got to document the binder. in
I've
film.
never heard of the binder.
Rizz, people love the death binder. You got to get a death binder, okay? You don't need to go so far as my folks and put it by the front door, okay? I don't know if that's necessary. I
Is
don't
this
know
like-
if it's
so your parents
this is how
really
they
do?
Yes, they got a binder. I'm not even kidding. I told Rafe, I was like, I got a family obligation today. 10 o'clock today, I got to discuss the new will. They got a new one. They re-upped it, and I got to go to some lawyer around here and talk to them so I can face
I
to
didn't
face.
realize. Okay, so
My
this,
parents can't wait to die. They
This blows my
They
mind.
love to prep. They love to prep. They're very on it. They got the binder. It's by the front door. It's the first thing people see when they come over.
And
They're
this
like,
is
hey, how you doing?
I didn't know this was a thing.
Well,
Absolutely.
Fortunately, Ryan, you have those type of parents, like my husband's parents.
They're
are like
all
your
over
parents.
it. They are locked and loaded.
But my parents act like they're never going to die. They don't want to talk to us about anything that's happening. And like there is a will, but we will never see it, and we'll be confused. We'll be in probate for like years when they go.
But this is on the event of my death or our death. Our instructions are in the binder.
Yeah.
Have you looked in the binder?
I've looked through it. I've leafed through it. It's a light read. It's just like, it's pretty simple. It's just like accounts and who has what and whatever else. It's all just documented in like everything. So
there's no whimsical Dance
No,
like nobody's watching, sing like you don't need the money type?
No, there's no advice. There's no advice. There's no like preferred last words or whatever.
It's just like the basic wishes, right?
Yeah, and they're really basic.
Yeah, I
but
got the
it's
folder.
documented.
You guys have never seen this? Like,
No, I've never heard of I know of a will.
I don't know about the binder being by the front door. That is wild.
By the front, there was a white binder.
But I've been given a folder.
Yeah.
Like
Ooh,
I got
folder.
a folder, and it's got all the stuff.
I put mine in a Trapper Keeper, made it fun, decorated it.
The stickers.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's in glitter. Like you glittered the outside of it. I get it.
Yeah, it's
I get it.
dope.
We went to Michael's before, and got some,
I took one of those
stuff
liquid
and-
whiteout pins and made the S everybody made in junior
Who's
high.
Lisa? All the girls from school had that. Lisa something.
Lisa Frank.
Lisa Frank. You got a Lisa Frank. Your death binder's the Lisa Frank.
Yeah, it's dope.
The
What did your parents
unicorns.
do, or what do they do?
What do they do?
Yeah, like what makes
Oh,
them
they're
so
retired.
organized?
They're just. What do they make them? What?
Like what do they
That
do?
was in the Air Force.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, my mom was in education, and
both my parents were teachers. So like they're like organized folks, and this is.
I feel
This
like
is
that's a
something that goes with
military
the
thing.
territory.
Man, I don't know. I think it's more of an anxiety thing. But I guess it's the organization and the let's enact this.
You know
Sure.
what? I don't know if you asked this question or if it's like covered in the movie, but like I was curious as to why they were so well prepared, and I think I found out. I think it was because one of their parents, when they passed, left such a nothing,
mess.
such a mess that it was like, oh, we'll never do this to our
This is
kids.
100% it, and that's what I think it is, and that's like, but also maybe the reason that who's your folks,
My folks, yeah.
your folks are going the other way is because when it does happen, there's so much trauma and emotions. It's like you either go all in on like I don't ever want to, I don't want anybody else to deal with this, or you go I can't deal with any of it, and you just let it all go. There's really no middle ground.
Right.
Nah.
You can't half in and half out.
There's no
I think I
scribbled on a
prefer the
napkin.
binder. I think I
Me too.
prefer the binder,
Yeah, dude.
even though
It's
it is just
appreciated.
like okay, relax, all right, because we have to go to lunch later.
Yeah, it's morbid, but
Super morbid.
Death is a part of life. So
I think it's a
we're gonna
part
deal
of
with it.
Midwest pride too. My mom loves. He said it. They get to a point where they can't wait to die. They want you to be so impressed with the plans they've made.
Right.
My mom loves talking about it. She'll just be like, you don't have to worry about a thing.
I've taken care of everything.
I've got this, and just so you know, here's where the papers are. They're in my curio cabinet.
Oh yeah,
Next to
we got
my
a
Joni
curio.
Greggins workout record that for some reason I still have. It's kind of wild. I think it's like a point of Midwestern pride to just be like,
Man, I don't know.
locked down.
I'll tell you what, I do prefer it though. I think I prefer the binder over the who knows, weave through all this.
Yeah, we got to go through the paperwork. No, that is nice, and that I feel like that's a military thing. Your dad in the Air Force, everything's got to
Maybe.
be organized.
Maybe. I think so. I don't know, man. It's just boy, I don't know. I'm happy that but I was telling Rafe, I was like, I gotta cut out. I gotta cut out early so I can go to this lawyer.
Yeah. I didn't ask any follow-ups.
Yeah. Well, now you know why they're updating the binder.
I came out here for the shows and the will.
Okay, so you self-financed this short movie.
Yep.
Which you wrote, obviously. Bad idea to self-finance something?
No, because
Get
it did what I
investors?
wanted to. Yeah, I mean it's hard, right? But I told you I wanted to make something, and it's the same reason I started comedy in the same way. It's like I wanted to do it, so it's just go after it and go do it, right? Yep. And but I got out everything I wanted to with the movie, right? I met a lot of great people.
And you took the
I've got
film
a great,
around to
I
a
took
bunch
a
of different
ton of
festivals?
festivals and got all these. I won an award in Kansas City for the movie and all this kind of stuff. But you don't do it for that reason. I made it because I wanted to prove that I could do it. So then I would make my next project maybe a little bit easier. And I'm already working on that. Because this is what I do. I do stand-up around the country, and then I'm going to make these films. And so the next one, I want to make a feature film because I know I can make a short.
Right.
I know I can make a good short. I can make a short that won an award. Great. This
And
is all information that you need, right? But the next thing, I want to do it bigger and better and whatever else. So
All right, so it's a 15-minute movie.
14 minutes and 10 seconds.
14
so
minutes,
yes.
10 seconds?
That's right. We couldn't afford that last 50 seconds.
How long did it take to shoot?
We did it in 3 days.
3 days.
3 days, yeah. We did it in 3 days. A lot of the material is stuff that I pulled from my real life and from my stand-up, which is like why I'm like so pumped to, stand-up something I'm always going to do because it just serves you. It's like a way to talk about what you feel, talk about what's going on in your life, but also it was like those jokes. I plugged them right into the movie.
Yeah, dude, it's great. It's called A Few Days Home at Johnson County. I saw it on YouTube. It's up there on YouTube to watch.
I just put it out there for free. I was like, I want people to see it, right? Because that's what I made it for. So we did the festival thing, and then I was like, release it into the world.
Yeah, it's not like slapstick humor, but it's like a dark.
Yeah, it's got a special pace to it. It's got a special pace to it. It's a little different than my show.
The ending is amazing.
Thank you so much.
I don't want to give
people watch
too
it.
much away, but you got to watch it. Again, it's a few.
You
days
have to
home
watch it
in
to the
Johnson
end.
County.
That's the thing. If you're gonna watch it, don't click on it and just go, oh, I don't know. It's not moving fast.
No, and
enough
don't be
for me.
playing Candy Crush. You have 50. Don't be playing
14
Candy
minutes.
Don't be playing
14
Candy
minutes.
Crush.
Cut it out.
while
Okay.
it's on the TV.
Yeah, man. You
Just
gotta
focus in.
do your thing.
Watch the damn thing.
It's fine. But more importantly, buy tickets for tonight's show.
That is
Yes.
So
So tonight, 7:30, 9:30.
to fund the
tomorrow,
feature.
Tomorrow, 7 to 9:30. Sunday, 7 o'clock. Yeah, you got a podcast with your wife.
I do have a podcast with my wife. It's kind of a secret, honestly. I don't really like blast it out and whatever. But my wife and I, we started this, when we were locked in together, we started to go through this. New York Times put out this list of, what was it? Like ways to fall in love, like 50 things or something.
It was like questions to ask your soulmate or somebody to fall more in love. I read that too.
Can you pull it up? Let's look at one. But we went through each week. We went through one of these kinds of things and tried to fall in love. We'll see if it would break our relationship, basically. And so far, so good. My wife's great. She's actually here. She came. My wife and son came with me to the shows this weekend, and so they're back at the place that we're staying, and running around crazy. I think I actually have some toddler snot on my shirt.
Are your parents in Warrensburg now?
They're in Wentzville.
Oh, they live in Wentzville.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're in Wentzville now.
You're not
they were
staying
in
with your
Warrensburg.
parents?
No. I'm not staying out in Wentzville. That's too far. I need to be in the action.
From the Funny Bone in St. Charles?
It's on the mean streets of St. Charles, dude.
Yeah, come on.
That's a nice little. Have you been up there yet?
Cobblestone.
Where?
The streets of St. Charles?
That's where the club is.
Well, I know, but okay.
Of course, I've been there.
You were there yesterday, yes.
And
You
I
had
was
a
there
show
last year.
Okay,
I've had it.
But
I love that.
You
I love
left
that
in
little
2010, and things have changed. Okay?
They absolutely have changed. They absolutely have changed. I really do like the little streets of St. Charles. I think it's a cool place for people to come to descend and like see these little shops and whatever else. Because like the traditional mall is toast. We don't do that anymore. So now you got to put in a mall that's also got outdoor space and something else. And it's like it is just a mall, but it's like a nice little downtown feel, and it feels way more special than going into a building and being lost in a JCPenney.
It is kind of funny the way they built it with the condos up top.
That's where I'm staying, in condos.
Oh, you are. So
Nice.
it's got like a feel of being in kind of a city. I mean, you got a Bar Louie and you got a Wasabi right there, and
It's like a set. You're on a movie set.
you're on a movie set. That's what it feels
I
like.
like it. I really like it. I'm into it, man. I like it. And I can also it's not too far to get down to the waterfront, so that's all right.
Yeah, the casino's right there too. We went to Ameristar
On Thanksgiving.
on Thanksgiving. That was a trip.
Were there people there?
Oh,
Oh my God! I couldn't believe how many people were there.
Really?
It was packed.
Yeah, I thought we were.
What's
like,
your game? What do you play?
We were playing blackjack. We did pretty good. I mean, we were at the table
stink.
for almost 2 hours.
We did his brother-in-law turned.
That's
into
how I measure gambling, is how long did I last?
Yeah, that's how
it's
I
not
mean,
if you
if I-
win or lose. It's like, did I last? And it never lasts long at all. I think I got a problem. I can't do it. If I start to play, I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I lose immediately, and I'm like, but I want to keep doing this. I got to shut it down. I can't even start.
But you forget that's one of the last places you could smoke inside.
Legally. Yeah. You could probably rip one in here, but, they might.
Yeah, they may frown upon that. But yeah, you could still smoke inside Ameristar.
Oh yeah. People
And-
were
and I
ripping
love-
darts left and right.
I love the second floor up there is the non-smoking. But all the smoke goes up
Rises
there
up.
anyway.
So
Hilarious.
So brilliant.
And it's big and open.
Nobody thought about that.
Well, and you go upstairs, it's even worse.
Yeah.
All right, so what are the love things from?
Just a couple of questions. So, like, given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest? That was one of them. Let's see. Before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say? And
These are all questions I'm supposed to ask my wife?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's just something to get to know them better, right? Because people get together and they don't know anything about each other. What's your wife's middle name?
She doesn't have one.
There you go.
That's cool as hell.
This is that was like real deep right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
Well,
got
what's the dinner question? What if she says like Hitler and you go, we're
Oh,
not.
boy.
We're not.
like, we got a divorce.
Well, there you go. You've got some valuable information right there.
They'll follow it up with, hear me out.
you could glean a lot about who she wants to invite to dinner. Now are you gonna poison him when maybe she's there to poison him?
Right, you don't know.
Now your brain's spinning, and now you're understanding the podcast.
Now you're
Now
Falling
I'm
in love.
understanding the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 36 questions that lead to love from the New York Times.
Give me
You know,
another one. Give me another one.
What would constitute a perfect day for you? What's your perfect day,
Your perfect
Rizz?
day.
My perfect day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Be vulnerable. Let's be open. What's really your perfect day? Are you home alone eating oranges? What are you doing?
Yeah. Probably.
Spaghetti.
I'm not eating oranges, though.
I'm so far
No.
removed from that dream, I couldn't even begin to think about it.
Your perfect day?
Let me think. Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know.
What's
Well,
going
everybody
on?
can be
Are we
home.
depressed in the corner? What's
no,
going
no,
on?
I'm sleeping until an hour where my body wakes itself up.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's nice. Dude, that's a great
that's it.
point. You don't want to wake up with an alarm.
No.
I know you
That's
guys
it.
are alarm people. 'cause
Yeah, we're
you got
alarm
to get up
people.
early, and it's just hard to wake up with an alarm.
Dude.
I got a little boy now. He wakes me up, and
Yeah.
that's much better than a machine
How old
going,
is he?
He's 2. He's 2. It's wild. It's a trip.
You look like Bradley Cooper. Has
Thank you
anybody
so
ever
much.
told you that?
Yes, I have heard that, and I really appreciate it. But what's unfortunate about what you just said is we got this movie Maestro coming out now, or it's out now.
It's out now,
right?
yeah.
And Bradley Cooper wears a prosthetic nose and prosthetic ears.
Yeah.
And my son saw a promo picture of Bradley Cooper
Daddy?
he said "Daddy." He saw a picture of Bradley Cooper in a prosthetic nose and said "Dada," and I was like, man, that's hurtful, buddy. But I get it. But I get it.
Yeah, I get a lot of. I'm the off-brand version of a lot of people, which is never. It feels like a compliment, but it's not. Like a lot of comments are like, "Wow, Chris DiStefano's really let himself go." It always ends that way.
No, you're now Jeremy Allen White
You
from
are.
Jeremy Allen
Bear.
White trash.
Oh,
is what
yeah, I
somebody
see that.
put,
Jeremy
yeah.
Allen White trash. That's great. That's great.
Well, we started
Jeremy
watching.
Allen Wide was another one. I was
We,
like,
we
okay,
started
now
watching
we're
Bear.
getting
My
it.
wife's like, "Oh man, that looks a little like Rafe."
Yeah.
If you
Getting-
squint and
getting
you
a little
stand back
personal.
from the TV 50 yards,
Yeah, well.
kind of looks.
So
You
I
know
got
what?
Bradley Cooper pretending to be Leonard Bernstein. That's me there.
But
Put a face to the radio, huh?
2-year-old, that's wild.
Yeah, it's
It's an
great.
interesting phase.
You got kids?
I got 2 kids,
How old are they?
14 and 12.
I don't know anything about that.
You will.
You
Toddler,
will.
yeah, toddlers are great. I mean, it's hard, you know.
Think how
But,
big your death binder will be by then.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna add stacks and stacks to that
Okay,
thing.
honestly, this is the phase we're in now. Is I'm sure you're like, God, can this kid? Why does the kid get up at 7 o'clock in the morning every morning?
Yeah.
Like, why? Just sleep in. And now my kids are sleeping till noon.
And now we're
And you
upset
want 'em
about
up.
that.
And now I'm like, where are these kids? Are not up yet.
Right.
Yeah.
It's weird that turn.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy how early they start high school. It's like let these kids sleep. Their bodies have to sleep in the. It's like your shift. They shift
Yeah.
as teenagers.
Dude, my daughter's
it's like
waking
way
up
back.
at 5:30 to prepare for
That's
high
awful.
school. It is.
Kids are,
It's
teenagers aren't supposed to be up at 5:30.
I know.
There's nothing for
she
them.
texts me before
Right.
we even go on air. I'm like, "What are you doing up, dude?" And
That's
she's
time
like,
they gotta
"I
get
ready
up."
for
I
school,
know
man.
it's awful.
No.
It's awful. They got to start high school later.
Well, middle school is even worse. Middle school starts first, so they're at 7. Like I think my daughter's first class is like 7 something in the morning.
Yeah, but they're still sleeping in a little bit.
It's crazy to me because it's like you don't want to get them there that early either. You don't need to be up.
No.
You know, it's wild. And then people go, "Oh, we can't do anything
No,
about
I'm
it."
already
It's like
up,
we
so-
got to get it together.
All
Push
that-
this back.
All
Push
that
these
chaos
times
that's
back.
that happens at my house in the morning. I'm already here.
Our high school starts before our middle school.
And then they're just loose at like 3 o'clock, and it's like, wow, what do we do with them now?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
2:30.
move the whole thing back. They get out of school, they go straight to bed. That's what we got to do.
Hey, so since
I like it.
you were talking about the binder and you're a dad, have you started thinking about your binder?
I don't have anything to put in the binder.
What?
I got
That's
nothing.
what you
What am I
think.
putting in the binder?
Treasure map.
Who
A
knows?
treasure map. That's a great idea.
That's a cool shirt.
Like shirt.
Put it
I'm
in
putting
the
my
binder.
shirt in the binder.
I want to be
Yeah.
buried in
Shirt
the
covered
shirt.
in toddler snot. That's what I'm putting in the
I want to
binder.
be buried in the shirt, in the toddler snot shirt.
Yeah, we thought
Rafe's
about
got
it.
his final wishes. He has a binder in our office
I do.
for his final wishes,
It's very simple.
which is what?
To be my entire human body, not embalmed, every piece of me shot out of a cannon on a U.S. battleship and skipped across the ocean and let the sea take me back
Wow.
from whence I came.
Oh, you came from, okay.
We all
Sure.
Southern Illinois.
Yeah, Southern Illinois.
Battleship
Seafaring
skipping
town.
across you.
the port of Carbondale or whatever.
Cape Girardeau, ever heard of it?
I feel like I'm going to need to add, like, you need to be floated down the Mississippi down to the Gulf. Like, just as a tribute. So
Yeah.
all of us could, like, line
Yeah.
the
Like
bank.
when they put
okay.
DMX in a monster truck in Yonkers. He just put me in.
Yeah. No, I'm
sweet.
thinking more of a Viking type funeral for you floating you down the Mississippi.
Can
we shoot flaming arrows at it?
We'll just take
I'm
one
not
of those
hearing
sling
anything I'm
chairs.
hating yet.
We're just gonna take one of those sling chairs and take you, just put you off the Eads Bridge or whatever, and just let you go.
Like when you, God forbid, you pass, Moon and I will craft. We will craft the raft. We will lash pieces of wood that we have forged ourselves
That's
Yeah.
important.
with the handmade twine.
No.
We will lash it all together, and put you on there and float you out.
No, buddy, that's
downtown.
not what's going to happen. I'm going to get the old McDonald's riverboat back from the dead, and I'm going to take you down. We're going to have the tour de Rafe. You're going to go down to the Gulf on the McDonald's boat. That's what's
No,
happening.
come on. Moon and I already got the plans for the raft.
Yeah,
we're
man.
going to take your body down by the arch grounds.
Okay.
We're going to
I like the
we're going
riverboat
to place
better,
you.
but
We're going to place you on the raft and just push you out
Pretty
that
nice.
sounds more like something.
You need to get the binder out and put your wishes
and see
in
what
it.
happens.
I like
This
the
is
old-
why people make binders, because there's a lot of decisions to be made here.
Agreed. That's true.
Which body of water do we push them down? We don't know. We need specifics.
Well, it's going to be tough to get you a battleship, I'll be honest with you, pal.
I was thinking exactly that. That's a lot of red tape. There's some. That's a big.
I've discussed this. Mm-hmm. We've discussed
That's
this.
a bureaucracy,
at length.
man.
There's
You're
a
not
lot of
gonna-
bureaucracy. I have contingencies.
Does it have to be a current, like in, or can it just be a
Like
retired
a
vessel?
decommissioned, no, it's I would
A
think it's
museum.
got to be like a...
I mean, we might
We
have
can
to,
commandeer
it might
one
get
of
to
those,
the point
maybe.
that you're cutting me up and shooting me out of a potato gun one piece at a time. But
Because we can go
I
to
think we just hide you at the top of the city museum and let the kids find you.
Yeah, that's good.
fun.
I
Yeah,
say we
yeah,
put you on an inflatable and send you down the Hoozah.
Let's go, baby.
Nice.
One final float.
Ozark
these are getting
Outdoors?
progressively less sexy.
No,
we need to-
that one rips, dude.
Somebody we need to meet an admiral.
Yes.
All right, that's all.
They-
We need to meet an
listen.
admiral. We get
David
that done.
Robinson.
All right, Ryan Beck is at Funny Bone. 2 shows tonight, 7:30, 9:30. Tomorrow, 7 to 9:30. Sunday at 7 o'clock. I know you got to hit
St. Charles Funny Bone. That's
St.
right.
Charles Funny Bone. I know you got to go.
It's a
up to
great
do the
show,
TV
man.
thing.
I'm really proud of the show that I've got cooking today, so I hope people come out. It's
Yeah, your
been fun.
special's great too. Check out his
Thank
special.
you. Yeah,
on,
my special's on YouTube. You
800
can-
pound, right?
Yeah, it's on the 800-pound YouTube. It's You Can Do Anything. And, yeah, man, I'm just trying to have some fun.
And watch a short film, A Few Days Home in Johnson County. There he is, the great Ryan Beck. Now go do TV. It's going to be on TV. And then you got to go to the
It's not
lawyer.
shirt. I got to do TV.
Got to go do TV. All right, well, take a break. We'll come back. We'll do Rafe's in Memoriam. And then we'll get into fail stories. 8:37, Friday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. Time to lock in your NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at WWTRaceway.com. We got a right-hand shoulder block due to a stalled vehicle 44 westbound at Antire Road. Your point forecast, patchy morning fog, high of 47. Right now it's 40 at the Point Studio.
So tickets officially on sale for Rizz Show Live in 1 hour and 15 minutes. 10 o'clock, return to Rizz Show Live, a whole new uncensored cluster F of a show. It's happening Saturday night, March 2nd, over at the Pageant. A no-holds-barred night of fun with your fellow weirdos. Your favorite segments from the show done live, on stage, uncensored. That's right. Potty Mouth King Scott.
Yep.
Tickets on sale, 10 a.m. Must be 21 or older. Presented by Yingling. Thank you, thank you. So get your tickets. Hot ticket alert, guys. Hot ticket. It's gonna. I'm telling you, show's gonna sell out this weekend.
Oh,
Good.
yeah. I think by end of day.
I think so too.
That's how optimistic I am. And I know how much fun we're going to have. So if it doesn't sell by end of the day, egg on your face, St. Louis.
You don't miss out. Rafe's struggling a bit today with the voice.
A little bit.
I could hear it.
A little bit. It's getting weak, but I'm going to plow through
You're
for
gonna plow
the city.
through this in memoriam.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, let's get to it.
I'm going to have to go deep into my memory banks. I got a text over break from Corey Inskip, friend of the show, Glory Pro Wrestling, who is an estate planning lawyer, and he said he sends people home with estate binders. He's like, I am the binder provider.
Listen, I
So
know.
I guess it is a thing, man.
I know about a last will and testament. I know that. Like, it's in the safe, just in case something happens.
Right.
But I didn't know about leaving it by the front door.
And I'm
Yeah,
not
I've never
lying,
seen
dude.
that. I never heard that.
Never heard.
Tim's parents, every time they go on a flight, hey guys, the binders, and they open it up and it's on their bed.
Wow.
Why aren't people leaving cool stuff in there, man? I would leave a treasure map. I'd be like, I've hidden gold in the hills of the Ozarks. Just give them something to do.
Yeah, good
to take their
scavenger
mind
hunt.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'd leave little haikus that they're like, what did he mean by
That's
that?
our Rafe. Everything's got to be freaking difficult.
Yeah, I'd leave I'd have little riddles that would lead you to would lead you to. There'd be a riddle. You'd get to the treasure map. There'd be another riddle carved on the rock.
Thanks for being cute about it. Now I'm in probate court.
Yeah, in my grief, I got to solve puzzles.
Dude, I spent spent 8 weeks out in the Ozark Hills, and I finally got to a rock, and it just had a penis spray painted on it and said, Rafe did this.
That's it.
That was his treasure.
It's another clue.
Then I flipped it over, and it said, you were the treasure all along, but it didn't soften the blow. No pun intended.
No, yeah, when I watched that short film, you know, the death binder by the front door, I thought it was just so unusual. I had no idea this was a thing. The fact that Tim's parents leave it on the bed.
And it's like a long-running joke in the family for us. Like, oh, they're going to Europe, so you got the binder
There's
out,
the
Dad.
death
All right.
binder.
Yep.
Jeez.
Here comes the binder.
Well, it's time to say goodbye to some people.
Here's the
time
death.
for the
Go ahead.
weekly Rafe Williams in memoriam.
Ah, yes, the Rizz Show death binder
Is
in
open.
memoriam. It's open. And we lost a few folks this week. For those of you unfamiliar, which I would imagine aren't many at this point, this is an Oscar-style in memoriam send-off to people we lost this week. We upset them, or they didn't like our opinion, or they sent us dumb emails, or just stuff I want to have fun with. So let's get it started and talk about people we lost on the Rizz Show. This week, first up, jury-in coffee drinkers. We lost the trust of the jury in and all of its coffee drinkers this week when some of my castmates implied that a supreme high-class establishment like the Jury Inn would ever risk the health of their most elite customers, those of us like myself lounging in the King Suites. My peers here on the Rizz Show alluded to pee-pee in the coffee machines and besmirched the good Jury Inn unsullyable name that literally had nothing else happen this week that would in any way make the Jury Inn look bad.
Well, I mean, sure, the hostage situation downtown, but that's not their fault.
No.
Nor is it their fault if somebody urinates in the coffee pot.
Yeah, that's on the person, right?
Well, now you face the consequences, Rizzuto. Now you face the consequences. Checkout is at 11 a.m. Bye-bye. There will be no late checkout for the Rizzuto Show. And while we're on the subject of hotels, we also pissed off, next on the list, Iron Chefs.
Oh, boy.
We also upset a lot of folks this week on both sides of a factoid we shared that people use their hotel irons to cook food in their rooms like a hillbilly hot plate. This upset one man who emailed us and exclaimed with exclamation points, "This story is totally made up," only to be followed literally the very next email in our inbox by a man saying, "I literally cook food on my iron all the time." So, turns out, we pissed everybody off. But people do cook on their irons. So before you leave, grab some flank steak, check in, and fire up the grill for some Ramada fajitas.
Yes.
Ramada fajita.
Fajitas I'm smelling coming from room 800. That's
Didn't the guy get murdered in there last week? Yeah, well, you know, tomato. And what goes better with the side of Ramada?
Iron fajitas.
Disgusting.
I kind of just want to do it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do it in studio one day just to prove it can be done. Next week, we're going to make iron fajitas, so put that on the list. And what goes great with Ramada fajitas, but a side of table-side ice bucket guacamole. Bye-bye. Ooh, is that ice bucket guac? Next up, work joers. We got ourselves into a bit of a sticky situation with folks who approve of masturbating at work when we stereotyped a person mentioned by a listener email who was flogging his dolphin in the bathroom like an overzealous SeaWorld trainer as a pervert. Some folks sided with the self-love lumberjacker, saying that this could possibly be an anxiety reliever that helps this employee be more productive. We didn't think of that. And another listener named Maddie Pancakes, whom I can only assume is a licensed practicing urologist at the top of his field, reminded us that he may be suffering from a condition called hypospermia, which I did not look up, but assume is a new flavor of Red Bull launching this summer. Want to get your lady lit this summer? Try Hypospermia Berry Blast. Infused with for hims, it gives your wang wings. But I digress. We've been rubbed out by fans of rubbing out on the clock.
So this guy's saying it's a medical thing, ladies. Got to get the poison out.
I guess so.
It sounds like a time blindness thing.
This is a male excuse. This is a male excuse.
That's hypospermia. What are you going to do?
Sounds like a made-up thing.
Well, I digress. We've been rubbed out by fans of rubbing out on the clock, or as I like to call them, clock masters. Trademark. Bye-bye.
Wow.
Next up, mirrors in schools. Mirrors were taken out of some schools this week to prevent kids from making TikToks, and we say good riddance. It's about time we weeded out the real scourge of the public education system, bathroom mirrors. Every parent's nightmare of their innocent child going to school and never returning home because they've become a social media star and bought their own Malibu mansion has finally been addressed after much public outcry.
Yep.
And good riddance to these military-grade weapons of mass reflections.
Yes.
You know? Now we have to make sure we arm teachers with pocket mirrors in case someone bursts into the classroom with a high-powered looking glass and tries to make the kids do a flash mob TikTok dance just so they can reflect on our children? No, thank you. That teacher will whip that mirror right out of their pocket and push that intruder's reflection right back at them. Because the only thing that can stop a bad guy with a mirror is a good guy with a mirror.
Take a look at this.
So bye-bye, mirrors. Don't look at me. See yourself out. And finally, our final member, Journey Jeffrey. Got a pretty alarming email from a guy named Jeffrey who was very upset we played a soundbite of Journey this week.
What?
He said, quote, "Dude, Journey sucks. Bunch of homophobic expletives. I know them. I saw them in 1978. Totally gay. Please stop playing this BS. Thanks. Jesus Christ, Jeffrey. Overcompensate for your own repressed sexuality much? We get it, dude. You want to bang Steve Perry. A lot of people do. But don't take it out on us. And if you got to go, we bid you adieu. But please, don't stop believing. Bye-bye." And now the real RIPs. Dexter Scott King, Adam Harrison, Charles Osgood, and the late, great Jesse Jane. And that concludes this week's In Memoriam.
Thank you, Rafe.
Yeah, I made it for the music show. Moment of silence.
So intense.
That was beautiful.
We got to do fail stories next. Man. And I don't know if you were listening to yesterday's show, Moon was alluding to a story out of India, which will lead off our Friday Fail Stories. The CEO of a company celebrating the company's 25th anniversary. Mm-hmm. His entrance did not go as planned.
Uh-oh.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Dang, he's gone.
Yeah. All right, 8:55. And Friday Fail Stories next. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. It's time to lock in those NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. 2 lanes blocked due to a crash 170 southbound just before Airport Road, and then a right-hand shoulder is still blocked due to a stalled vehicle 44 westbound at Antire. Your point forecast, patchy morning fog, high of 47 today. Right now it's 40 at the Point Studio.
All right, folks, time for your Friday Fail Story. Here we are. Now, all these people, they thought they had the perfect plan, but somewhere along the line, oh boy, that perfect plan went completely sideways. And it became an Uber.
Yeah.
An Ultra.
No.
Oh, I'm going to say it.
Don't you dare.
Mega. Here we go.
Failed.
Right, guys.
Man, you sounded great,
Well
Bob.
done. Friday Fail Story sponsored by...
Sponsored by Moritz Reusch, the official jeweler of the Rizzuto Show.
So last Thursday, a company called Vistex, which I believe is a company in Illinois, but maybe headquartered in India, or there's an India branch. Anyway, they were celebrating their silver jubilee. So 25 years in business. Nice. It was a big 2-day celebration, again, in India. Now, the CEO, a guy named Sanjay Shah, and the company's president were part of an aerial show, and were going to make a grand entrance into the party. They were both being hoisted midair in an iron cage.
Yes.
Cool.
Something went wrong. One of the chains holding the cage broke. Both men fell from the cage head first onto the ground, not soft concrete, Not soft ground, but concrete, head first. CEO Sanjay died at the hospital. President of the company in critical condition.
Oh, my goodness.
And it's all on video.
Failed.
It's horrible.
Yeah,
That is awful.
I guess climbing a corporate ladder is dangerous.
It is, yes.
Yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
Because it's coming down and it just, I mean, you just see the balloon and there's like fireworks coming off it and you're like, oh yeah, this is cool. And then it just, boop, it tilts to the side and they spill out.
They said maybe between 15 and 20 feet on their heads.
Farts.
Yeah, by all accounts, this guy was a good dude too.
Doesn't seem that high.
But when you land on your head.
I know, I'm just saying, that seems like a survivable distance, but man, that's wild.
Yeah. The ruby slippers from The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
You know they're not made of real rubies, right?
Yes. I've seen them. I've gone to the Smithsonian and take a good look.
Okay, well, lawyers for the guy who admitted to stealing the ruby slippers have finally revealed his motive in a sentencing memo. So if you don't know the story, 76-year-old Terry John Martin had given up his life of crime, but wanted to make one last score.
Terry
John, one last score. One more time, an old mob associate convinced him to carry out the smash and grab heist back in 2005. And he was caught more than 10 years later when an FBI art crime team got the slippers back in a sting operation. So Terry's lawyer wrote in the sentencing memo last week that he hadn't committed any crimes in nearly 10 years after being last released from prison. But a buddy made contact with him and tempted him to grab the slippers, which were on loan to the Judy Garland Museum in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. These were the actual ruby slippers from the movie. So the lawyer said, Terry John said no to the heist, but old habits die hard. And he thought of one final score. That one final score kept him up at night.
Watch out, Terry.
Terry took a sledgehammer to the museum's emergency exit, stole the shoes, which were insured for $1 million. I guess they were behind a plexiglass-encased display pedestal. Dummy thought the shoes had real rubies on them.
I did too.
And when he found out
that that's the color.
And when he found out, now he dumped them 2 days later and tried to sell them after finding out the rubies were just, glass.
Oh, no.
So, yeah.
Failed.
Terry. As far as sentencing goes, Terry's in bad health. He's in hospice and not expected to live 6 months. So they're still trying to figure out what to do with Terry.
One last heist.
One last time. Old Terry. A moron car thief in a remote part of Oregon messed up last weekend when he ignored a road closure sign and cruised right into a giant hole. So cops and rescue crews were called out to the scene of an upside-down car on fire just before 8:30 last Sunday morning. So the road had been closed for some time, but the thief moved the barrier and the road closed signs.
Ain't close to me.
And drove directly into a hole made by a landslide.
Nice.
The poor car's owner called 911 about an hour after the crash to report that his car had been stolen. I guess it was stolen overnight, and the guy was just waking up going, oh, my God, my car's gone. And they go, we have your car.
It's in a big
So,
hole.
The earth has it.
The thief wound up running into the woods. Everything's under investigation. That did not go.
Failed.
Here's the most random crime that I've seen in a while. A 17-year-old kid in Utah facing charges for taping dead fish to ATM machines.
I saw this. Strange.
Say again?
Yeah. This guy's been going around to different ATMs and duct taping fish to the screens.
Is he catching these things or is he buying them? Is this costing him money?
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, since he's Gen Z, he was uploading the footage to social media, of course. He's got currently over 57,000 followers on Instagram. Goes by the name The Fish Bandit. His tagline is, live, laugh, tape fish on ATMs.
Okay.
So cops in Provo, Utah say he's duct taped at least 13 fish to 13 ATMs since last August. He also posted a video around the holidays of 3 fish duct taped to the side of a parked police cruiser.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, now he's just taunting.
Yeah, he's facing charges for property damage stemming from the cleanup that has to be done.
Failed.
Hey, I'm not trying to side with him or nothing like that, but what kind of cleanup needs to be done? Besides little...
Goo gun.
You got to cook
You know what I
it.
mean?
Like a little Windex.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, what kind of fish? I mean, I'm just kind of curious.
They're like big fish.
Like a bass?
What do you mean big fish?
Like a full-size trout?
Damn. I mean, that's expensive. I mean, he must be catching these himself and then slapping them on things.
Is this dude trying to help? Oh, he's...
That's hilarious.
I first thought it was a goldfish until I saw what kind of fish it was.
Like a carp or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bottom feeder, dude.
That looks like a bass.
It almost looks like a koi.
I mean, if this is the worst thing you're doing with your time and this is the crime, I'm cool with it.
Yo, this dude is trying
to hang out at riverbanks.
He's using different types of fish.
Yeah, he's not buying.
I mean, PETA won't be happy with me for saying that, but
that looks like a trout, doesn't it?
No.
On the left,
but
it's a little small.
On the left, no, it does. It looks like a left fish.
Well, he's definitely using. Oh, there's a cat.
That's a catfish.
He's catching these, dude. He's not buying these things. This
but once you start doing it on police cruisers, that's your downfall.
Yeah, that's
you
when
flew too close to the sun.
You dummy.
That's true.
Hey, all you got to do though, I mean, this is a crime that you can solve. Just get all the receipts at the local Bass Pro who's been buying a crazy amount of
tackle.
Yeah,
well,
rods,
he's smart because he's catching all kinds of different fish, so he's getting different.
Mike in the chat goes, Lern's getting hungry because I love Filet-O-Fish. Yeah, Mike, thank you.
Look at this, man. This is so silly. I bet you he's trying to get some sort of viral thing going.
Well, he's got an Instagram page.
No, I don't even necessarily mean his Instagram page, because a lot of people just take pride, even if they're not getting the numbers, they take pride in starting something. Like the guy that was yelling on the news. Don't you remember? Like when the guy?
Oh, going by, yeah.
Yeah, something or other, and then everybody was copying that every time they try to get on the news and copy that. This guy's trying to get people
trying to create a movement.
A movement of fish ATM.
A woman in Wisconsin suffered a heartbreak on Saturday when her Green Bay Packers lost to the San Francisco 49ers. But heartbreak, but not a heart attack. So emergency services were sent to a house in Madison, Wisconsin, Saturday night after a woman called 911 saying her aunt was in trouble. She had just gotten a text message from the aunt saying, "I'm having a heart attack." But she didn't mean it literally. She was watching the Packers game, and she was anxious about it since the 49ers were coming back. A couple minutes later, the Madison Fire Department pulled up to the aunt's house, and the aunt was 100% alive and well, went out smiling, said it all had been a misunderstanding. She apologized to the EMTs and paramedics, saying she didn't realize her words would be taken seriously. But that's a nice fail, right?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, here's my favorite type of fail story. When Marietta, Georgia officers tried to stop Sean Brown from walking in the middle of the road and disrupting traffic, Sean pulled out a badge that had the words "Special Police" on it and tried to arrest the cops for assaulting an officer. He even read the real cops, the Miranda rights.
Yeah.
Sean was the one arrested instead, charged with impersonating a police officer, obstruction, terroristic threats, and giving a false name.
Failed.
Thankfully for all the criminals out there, your driver's license doesn't say that you're on meth. Unless you have meth on the driver's license. Let me explain.
Please.
Cops in Florida recently pulled over a 46-year-old guy, Robert Brush, as part of a routine traffic stop. His tailgate was covering his license plate. They asked Robert for his license and registration, but when he handed over his ID, the deputies noticed that it had a white crystalline substance on it. Cards, like driver's licenses, are sometimes used to break up drugs. I don't know if you knew that or not.
What? No, it's road salt from...
So the cop tested the substance, and it came back positive for meth. Idiot. A police dog was called in. More meth was found in the car. He was arrested on multiple charges, sent to jail.
I don't have anything around here. Cut this up.
Where, by the way, Robert is a bit of a celebrity at jail. Jail records show that he's been in there over 50 times since 1997.
Wow.
Failed.
I mean, I'm all about redemption and all that, but shouldn't there just be like
50
a number?
times?
Yeah, shouldn't there be a number? And make it crazy. Make it 30.
That is crazy.
Make it 40.
50 is wild.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like 30 infractions of any sort that land you in an actual cell.
Like, obviously, this guy's not going to learn a lesson. He's not learned any lessons.
Saying once they reach that number, they're no longer arrested.
I think it's 40 strikes, you're out.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, remember California had that 3 strikes, you're a felon, you're gone for life kind of thing? Why wouldn't they have like a 35 strikes and you're
I think if it
sit
hits
down
that,
for
put on an island.
months?
If it hits that high of a number, you should just be free.
Like, we're not even going to, sorry, you don't get to talk to anybody for 6 weeks.
You're done.
Sit there and think about what you've done 35 times.
The Buffalo Wild Wings in Lawrence, Indiana was closed last Sunday when a guy named Justin Carpenter pulled up around midnight looking for food. Specifically, Justin had a hankering for fried pickles, which are delicious.
Oh, yeah.
Love me fried pickles. I like the coins, not the spears.
Same.
Yeah, me too. The spears are too easy to mess up, and then
The spears-
you get oil trapped in between
Yeah.
them too, sometimes, and it's just
If I get fried pickles and they have the spears, I'm so disappointed.
Yeah.
they almost have to be cold. If you fry a spear, you kind of have to sit on it and almost get it like a fry.
I don't like it.
Nah. I accidentally got one in my potato wedges from Lee's Chicken last week, and I wasn't ready.
Yeah, that's a
That's a
weird
weird
taste
grab.
you need to be ready
When
for.
You're watching TV and you're just grabbing potato wedges, and then one of them is a fried pickle, and you're not ready for it. It's traumatizing.
You okay?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, man, I'm just now ready to talk about it.
Oh, wow.
So again, it's midnight, Buffalo Wild Wings, Lawrence, Indiana. Sorry, sir, kitchen's closed. But Justin had an offer they couldn't refuse. Justin offered pot, cocaine, ecstasy, and vape cartridges to two miners who worked there. Hey, man, fire up the fryers. Cook me up some fried pickles. Quote, if you make us some fried pickles, I'll make it worth it. Surprisingly, the employees didn't go for it. Before leaving, though, Justin left 3 small bags of pot on the restaurant's front counter and told the manager, quote, give those bags to the kids.
Wow. He's like an old Western guy back in the
I
day,
like
like
that.
throwing the bag of coin on the bar.
High noon.
The cops were called. Justin tracked down at a nearby gas station. In his car, cops found pot, cocaine, oxycodone, Xanax. Arrested on multiple narcotics charges, booked into the county fail jail.
Failed.
Hell of a party.
Speaking of chicken, there was Buffalo Wild Wings there. Last Wednesday, a deputy in Tampa, Florida, was conducting a citizen contact with 2 men in their car in a Zaxby's parking lot. Zaxby's, it's like a KFC kind of?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Churches,
It's like Culver's.
Culver's.
Culver's for chicken is how I would describe it.
So
yeah, I can see that.
when talking to the guys, the deputy detected an odor of pot and found that one of the guys had an outstanding warrant for possessing a firearm as a convicted felon. And now we have probable cause to search the car. Inside a box of delicious Zaxby's chicken wings, cops found counterfeit money. There was also a gun in a black trash bag. The 26-year-old guy who had the warrant admitted that all the stuff was his. Now he's facing charges for the warrant, along with the counterfeit money and the gun.
Failed.
And finally, I don't know how many people sent us this story. This story would have been absurd about a year ago, but these things are worth their weight in gold now. A 23-year-old California woman got arrested last Wednesday for stealing dozens of Stanley tumblers from a store near Sacramento. And you got to see the pictures of her being caught. How many of these friggin' things were in the car? I mean, spilling out of the car. This woman walked in, filled a whole cart with them, walked right out through the front door.
What?
Employees tried to stop her. She just kept on going. Cops spotted her car less than a mile away as she was getting onto the highway, pulled her over. They posted a photo of the trunk filled to the brim. She also had a bunch in her front seat, one in the cup holder that she was already using. They counted a total of 65 tumblers she stole. I'm guessing she was planning on selling them. Or maybe she was just a huge fan. I don't know.
Yeah, thirsty maybe.
So $2,500 in Stanley tumblers. So now she's facing charges for grand theft.
Failed.
Cops said, quote, while Stanley quenchers are all the rage, we strongly advise against turning to crime to fulfill your hydration habits.
Darn it, just wanted a couple tumblers.
And those are your Friday fail stories. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. Moon's got sports and maybe time for an email or two. It's 9:20. It's Friday. Traffic and weather. One final look. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway. The biggest race of 2024 is Sunday, June 2nd. Time to lock in those NASCAR Cup Series tickets now at www.raceway.com. Looks like we're clear. That's great. Your point forecast, patchy morning fog, high of 47. Right now it's 40 at the Point Studio.
All right, so here we are backstage, way back Point Fest, and we are absolutely thrilled. Myself, Mr. Jeff Burton.
Thank you. It's thrilling to be here with you. Oh, you're talking about them.
right. Noodles and Peanut, gentlemen, it's great to see you. Thanks for coming back.
You guys get along like me and Noodles get along.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Sure.
I mean, like, we have known each other for a long time.
Yeah,
like,
kind of the same, right?
there are. I mean, he was at my bachelor party, for goodness sake. So you know what I mean?
Nice. No stories. No backstories.
There's
Okay,
lots.
so how much tape you got in the thing? With the thing there. How much?
And it's really similar because me and Noodles should have known each other for a really long time.
We should have.
Yeah. That's exactly the same.
Kindred spirits. As soon as we get together, we really do just.
Yeah, we click really nice.
Well, how long have you guys known each other though?
10 years now, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Well, that's when
from
we did the first tour.
Yeah, but we didn't really start hanging out until we started doing press together on this
one.
run.
That's when we solidified our bond.
Well, we recognized
Heating, cooling, and energy experts. With this winter season winding down, you want to make sure to take advantage of the end of the season special. Now, the winter season is going to be winding down over the next couple of weeks. But the weather is definitely not. Normally $138, but you can get a furnace maintenance for 50% off right now from Anton's. 50% off. Call today, 314-834-0958. And let me tell you, as the leader of your household, when you start using Anton's Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Energy experts, they will make you look like an expert in your own home. I am a hero in my home, and you can be too, because every time I have hired an Anton's, whether it be for the new water heater, so an installation, whether it be for the repairs that I needed on my house, definitely to increase the efficiency, or for the energy audit that was able to save us money and make the house more comfortable. My kids and my wife are so thankful every single time. Every time they take a shower and there's actually hot water. Every single time they try to go to sleep in the summer and their room isn't a sauna anymore. I look like a hero. Thank you, Anton's. Thank you, Anton's. Thank you, Anton's. You can be a hero as well. Get Anton's to help you out with anything you need because they specialize in total indoor comfort. So if you want to raise the game that your house has inside, call Anton's. Again, repairs, installation, everything. The energy audits, Anton's Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Energy experts, AntonsHVAC.com, ANTONSHVAC.com.
What's going on? It's Liv, and I am joined right now by a hailstorm. It is Point Fest 2022. So stoked to have you guys here, back from the dead, back here in St. Louis.
Absolutely. Yes, she said it.
Round two.
Literally
back from the dead.
Roll credits.
Yes. The only storm today is going to be hailstorm.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
And we guarantee it.
Yes. Now, what I wanted to bust out, why I have my iPad here, is I've been a fan of yours for a while. And I kind of talked about this a little bit with the struts. Kind of watching your style change over the years. Oh, boy. And that's something I've definitely noticed with you guys. The first time I ever saw you was in 2011. Ooh. And I don't know if the camera will be able to pick this up too much, but I got Lizzie here.
Oh, yes. This is
wearing a white corset, like an American flag bra.
American flag bra that I sewed myself. Thank you very much.
And then think like
polka
Hot
dot.
Topic skirt, fishnets.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to see this, but yes.
Hot Topic was so hot back
This
then.
was, what is it, 2011? Yeah, 2010 and 2011 were, I feel like I couldn't decide.
Okay.
So I just wore everything. Do I want a corset? Do I want boots? Do I want leggings?
Yes.
Do I want a
all of
skirt?
it.
Do I want to wear my bra on the outside? Absolutely. Yes.
Incredible. So, being able to watch you guys change, and RJ, I have some pictures of you. You had long
I look
purple
the same, right?
hair.
Yeah, I'm totally the same.
Totally the same. So, as you guys, grow as a band, are those conscious decisions to change the style, or do you think it just kind of happens with just maturing?
Well, I wouldn't say maturity. We can definitely take that off the table. But I think it's just the natural evolution of things. I feel like every couple tours feels like a different lifetime, so you almost have to evolve. And so, and obviously, I have a lot of really awesome rock star friends, and so sometimes we'll play a show, be like, oh, I think I could pull that off. Where do I find that? On the internet. Get it somewhere. So
Josh's style is the only one that's matured.
Josh is very consistent, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, fair. I've made some bad choices.
Our lighting designer gave you a great compliment. He said, Josh doesn't just throw on clothes, he dresses.
Ooh,
That's true.
I like that. I like
With
that.
purpose.
Yes.
So, Back from the Dead is out. How different would this latest release have been had it not been for the pandemic?
It would be a totally, completely different record.
Yeah, wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, or it wouldn't have. Yeah, or it wouldn't have happened, especially in the way that it was. Back from the Dead is really a true depiction of that journey that we were going through. And the craziest moment was we were all listening to the final mixes and we're like, guys, I think we made a heavy record. We weren't really intending on doing that, but we didn't have a stage to lay any of those emotions out on. We didn't have the camaraderie.
Money on your car and your home insurance, and I want you to call my agent, Tracy Bibb at Allstate Insurance. Tracy's the best, and Tracy's got some great competitive rates out there. It's not going to cost you anything to call. It's a no-obligation quote. Might as well just do it. Now, with Allstate and Tracy Bibb, you get the personal attention. From your agent, you get nowhere else. Most people, and it's sad that most people have never met or talked to their agent. Tracy's going to make sure you have the right type of coverage for when something happens. Not if something happens, but when something happens. We're all going to have a claim in our lifetime, either a car or our home. When claims do arise, Tracy's going to make the claims process easy and quick. She really does care about her community. She cares about her clients. She's a good lady. She talks to high schoolers about the dangers of texting, gets them to pledge against doing that and driving. Get a hold of Tracy today for a non-committal quote. It's free. It's easy. 314-328-4260. 314-328-4260. It's no fib. You're in good hands with Tracy Bibb.
All right, Point Fest 2022. It is Liv, and I am so excited. As you know, this is one of my favorite bands ever. The Struts, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
That was
Thank
a
you for being
lovely
here.
introduction.
So
Thank you very
excited.
much.
Happy birthday, Rizz. Don't forget, Rizz Show Live tickets are on sale in 32 minutes. 10 o'clock, Rizz Show Live, March 2nd, over at the pageant. Tickets on sale 10 a.m. Presented by Yingling. It's going to sell out, so get on it. Yeah, get on it. Hey, just a couple stories before we get to Moon and sports. You hear about this California woman who stabbed her boyfriend 108 times?
No.
Well, it's obviously, this woman murdered her boyfriend. A 32-year-old woman from California stabbed her boyfriend 108 times. He died. She got 2 years probation and 100 hours of community service.
Was he abusive to her?
No. Nope.
How?
Bryn, this is wild.
Yeah.
Bryn Spector, I think that's his last name, was convicted of manslaughter last month for killing her boyfriend, Chad Amelia, in 2018. Bryn and Chad had only been dating for a short period of time when they smoked pot from a bong. Bryn experienced cannabis-induced psychotic disorder. During the episode, she stabbed him 108 times with multiple knives. Authorities found Chad the next day covered in blood. She also stabbed herself before being apprehended. Attorneys presented expert testimony about the psychosis that swayed the judge's sentencing decision. So the pot excuse, cannabis-induced psychotic disorder.
You got to do a lot, I assume?
I don't know, but I'm flabbergasted. If you murder somebody, if you run somebody over after drinking,
right,
you still go to jail for murder, don't you? For manslaughter.
For manslaughter, right.
Yeah, because you made the decision to get there.
Yeah.
You smoke pot.
Was she forced to smoke it?
No.
Whoa.
You smoke pot and you murder your boyfriend. I would think it's the same thing.
Well, I don't know. Getting behind the wheel of a car, an accident. It's an accident. It's manslaughter. You're killing somebody. You're irresponsible. You deserve to have that charge. But she smoked the weed, and this wasn't an accident. This was like an act of. She should be going away for life.
Well, a legal analyst following the case said the judge took into account her lack of criminal record, her professional standing in the community, and that she did in fact suffer from severe psychosis at the time of the killing and really did not know what she was doing.
That's
but
scary.
still, you smoked yourself.
It's like being possessed.
Obviously, the boyfriend's family is not pleased.
Dude, I watched the doctor. Wow. I watched the doctor talk about just weed and all the stuff that's going on with it and all that. And he's even like an advocate, for medical and for whatever. And he said, but we've like gone past the threshold where it's so intense. It's so
strong.
It's so strong that especially young people, like between the ages 18 and 25 or something, are super susceptible to psychotic breaks. Developing what was it? Not schizophrenia, but it was I don't know. He just said there's this really high risk for young people to develop some real issues because of the strength. And it was never something that needed to be talked about before because,
Oh, yeah, this is different than the ditchweed we used to get in high school and college.
Right. So, and again, I forget who the guy was, but he was like an advocate. So he's not like slamming it. He's not against any of this stuff being legal. He's just like, we have to have some sort of regulations because it's going to have some bad effects.
But there are different levels of alcohol, right? Like, so I could drink, beer, or I could drink
tequila.
Everclear.
Yeah. Alcohol by volume, like how.
But it tells you how much is in it. So does whenever you buy weed, even at the hospital, the green hospitals, do you show how much?
Green hospitals.
Yeah, it says it all.
They're called dispensaries.
It's all printed out. It's all printed out, and there's like the different percentage levels of whatever THC this and
milligrams, right? It's mgs. Like 10 milligram of CBD, 10 milligram of THC.
Right, but when you...
But I don't know the numbers. I don't know what's
But when you get the pre-rolls and all that kind of stuff, and the flour, it has like a strength level. I forget what it says, but it's like some sort of percentage, like 14.6 or 30, sky high.
So is this going to be a deal where they're going to determine at some point if you're under the age of 25, then you can only go to this limit?
I don't know, but the fact that she only got probation for stabbing a boyfriend 108 times is crazy.
Yeah, dude.
I'm reading about it on this Alternative Meds Center website. It says cannabis-induced psychosis. It's been studied for quite some time. It found that the compound THC in high quantities can induce schizophrenia and psychoses, and the compound CBD can be used to mitigate and relieve those exact same symptoms.
Yeah, but if I get blind drunk...
I know. It's just crazy. I didn't even know.
DUI.
But then when they explain, here's what it is. Losing touch with reality, hallucinations, delusions, paranoia, anxiety, impaired cognition, disorganized, chaotic thoughts, difficulty with emotions, sleep disturbances.
Yeah, but
that's just being high to me.
But all stuff that I could go to the liquor store and go get the same thing. I mean, pot's legal.
Right, yeah.
This stuff, alcohol's legal.
The easy parallel is if I get too drunk, I lose connection with reality too. It's called blacked out. I'm blacked out.
I'm not.
And if I kill somebody,
I'm not arguing either way.
If I kill somebody like that, the best thing I could ever hope for is manslaughter, not probation.
Yeah,
she got probation.
The judge did say the reason she got probation is because she didn't do it 109 times. So
that's pretty crazy.
And obviously the family is very upset, and rightfully
I feel bad for everybody. Everyone's lives are ruined.
Oh yeah,
everyone,
without a doubt. Politicians can't seem to work together on anything these days, and they all just fling insults. But is this solution too drastic? You tell me. A state senator from right here in Missouri wants to bring back dueling.
I'm behind
And I'm all for it. Yes, just like Alexander Hamilton's famous duel with Aaron Burr. Remember, Burr shot Hamilton in the stomach, died the following day. Nick Schroer is a state senator out of St. Charles County. He proposed a new resolution to bring back dueling. His proposal says, if a senator's honor is, quote, impugned by another senator to the point that he's beyond repair, they should be able to formally challenge them to a duel.
Okay. Entertaining for those of us who vote, so bring it.
It goes on to say that they'd submit the challenge in writing, and the senators would need to agree to the terms of the duel, including choice of weapons. Says the duel will take place on an agreed-upon date in the well of the Senate at high noon.
I challenge ye to a rap battle.
As long as women can fight men, I'm down.
Todd Aiken.
You got to do.
Doesn't matter which party you're in.
No, you got to do that.
Wasn't he a senator?
They were doing duels though with those black powder pistols with with the ball bearings that were going to go like throwing curveballs and stuff. Like they weren't the most accurate things. Not every duel ended up in a death. A lot of times it was shot. Oh.
Well,
maybe we should talk this out.
It's almost like you usually shoot. Most of the time you shoot over their head. You don't really want to kill them. Obviously, this is not going to happen. But
I was going to say the LARP community is like really excited.
But
about
what if you limited the weapons they could use? I'm all for it. Like maybe paintball guns,
a little sword from Home Depot,
little cocktail swords.
They got to use those little swords that we just talked about from Home Depot.
Oh, the Braveheart
swords, yeah.
The Braveheart replica swords. What about slap fighting? I'm cool with that too.
Yeah,
very cool idea.
Love it.
Yeah, why not?
Slap fighting.
Maybe this could unify the two parties,
I think this is what this country needs.
I think we've reached like peak whatever this is, like with the millionaire tech giants, wanting to get into it. Who is it? Zuckerberg and Elon
Musk
wanting to fight it out and show their brohood. I don't know.
Let's do it.
I mean, whatever. Just let's do it.
We go full Japanese game show with it, like
full Squid Game.
Yeah, or just, they do weird stuff over on those, like maybe just like put a big dildo on a rope and tie it up in a tree and make them both bend over a log, and whoever breaks eye contact first, you cut the rope. Yeah, see, I'm onto something here.
Missouri justice.
I'm not against it.
He blinked. Cut the rope.
No! This is how we get rid of the gridlock in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Something needs to happen.
Extreme times, extreme measures. I'm all for it.
That's the only way out of the rope being cut. Like either we cut the rope or you vote yes on Amendment 119.
Yeah, let's do it.
Maybe we just solved politics, man. This show's really.
Yeah, we're on top of it.
We are
solving the world's problems. All right, here's sports. All right, Moon, what do we got?
Well, sports is brought to you by DraftKings at Casino Queen. Play, stay, dine at DraftKings at Casino Queen. According to a report, Jim Harbaugh signed that deal with Chargers, and it's going to pay him about $12.5 million a year. He wanted $18 million, but the Chargers rejected that idea. He's not only going to return to the NFL, but do so with the looks like the third. Well, remember, this is the team that he last played quarterback in 2000. And by the way, he lost all five games he started before he left the league. Jim Harbaugh is going to have one of the most lucrative contracts, but it will not be the best paid. He will be behind three other coaches on an exclusive list. By the way, Belichick's still without a team, so we can't count him. Pete Carroll no longer working as head coach. So Sean Payton, Sean McVay, and Kyle Shanahan surpass Harbaugh in terms of highest paid NFL coaches. Tomlin earns about $12.5 million per year, so they're about the same. His brother John, by the way, $12 million.
And they're going to play each other next year.
Wow. Yeah,
pretty, another Harbaugh.
Pretty cool. Pretty crazy.
How about Bill Belichick does not have a job yet?
Yeah, I've read 3 articles this morning about why they think it is, and it's because 2 factors. 1, power and time. 1, he has little of, which is time, and power, which is what he wants everything of.
Right, because Atlanta hired somebody. Atlanta's got a new coach now.
Would he go to the NCAA?
Old Rams defensive coordinator.
I don't think so.
You don't think he would go to college?
I don't think so.
No.
Because, they pay about the same.
I think guys that go down from the NFL to college do it in hopes to Harbaugh it and get back to the NFL.
Okay.
And I don't think Belichick has the time.
Somebody was saying.
No, not somebody like Nick Saban or who's the guy that just retired.
Yeah, but that's because Saban had all that success with college and not so much with the NFL.
From Alabama. That was Nick Saban.
Now, who was the guy that just graduated? Not graduated.
Nick Saban.
Nick Saban?
Saban is one that, surprised everybody and just up and
I don't know if a
done.
decision has been made, but I had heard on a lot of the sports talk places that Philadelphia, Sirianni.
Oh, Sirianni
after the big meltdown. Philly has no chill when it comes to firing coaches, successful or not. Like, they got rid of Andy Reid, even though he went to the NFC. He couldn't win the big one. They got rid of Peterson 1 or 2 years off of a Super Bowl. Sirianni's had the tools, and they lost their last 7 games or something. And then he, I think in a press conference, he's like, if I knew the problem, I'd fix the problem. That's not what you want to hear from your head coach.
Yeah, you want confidence.
So, who knows? Maybe Bill's holding out for that.
Let's see. Well, check this out. Some of the most unusual items to end up in the lost and found at Wisconsin's Lambeau Field include dentures, passports. People leave all sorts of weird stuff behind. Let's see. They said that there have been slightly less than 800 items to end up in lost and found since April of last year.
800 things?
Yes, just a little bit less than 800, including mobile phones, credit cards, jewelry, engagement rings.
You're not going to go back for an engagement ring?
One of the most unusual items that crossed this guy's desk in the last 16 years was a full pair of shoes, a cane walker, and a lot of hearing aids.
Yeah.
More routine items, a lot of hats, scarves, blankets. Those are kept, by the way, at lost and found of most of these NFL stadiums for about 60 days, and then they go to shelters, rescues, or hospitals. LeBron James' record-setting 20th selection headlined Thursday's announcement of the 2024 NBA All-Star Game starters. He entered the season tied with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who had 19 appearances in the exhibition. This year's game is going to revert to the traditional East versus West matchup, and James is the captain. He has not missed an All-Star appearance since his rookie season, has won 3 All-Star Game MVPs, and served as captain for the past 6 years when the league hosted a draft of the 24 participants. Last season marked James' first loss in the exhibition since 2017, also when East last faced the West. So congratulations to him. Pretty cool. I think I saw Jason Tatum. I think he got selected. Yep, St. Louis's own. I think that is his 5th trip, which is very, very cool. I'm Moon, and that's your sports, because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it. All right, one final break. We'll come back, wrap her up. All right, Rizz Show Live tickets are officially on sale right now. Right now.
Awesome.
Hot ticket alert, guys. Rizz Show Live, a whole new uncensored cluster F of a show. Saturday night, March 2nd, over the pageant. Tickets on sale right now. All your details on 1057thepoint.com. Presented by Yingling. They're going to go, and they're going to sell out soon. So get your tickets while you can. All right, today's wrap-up sponsored by? Sponsored by Jack in the Box. Jack Wraps, a little bit of healthy, a little bit of indulgence, only at Jack. Also, coming up on Tuesday is Rizz Show Night at the Blues game. Somebody was asking about a meet and greet, if they got Rizz Show Night tickets. The theme tickets, yes, we will have a meet and greet. That's right. Details forthcoming.
Okay.
But Tuesday,
we will let you know on Monday.
Tuesday, Blue Jackets over at Enterprise. We're taking over the game. So I want to see you down there.
Yeah, swing away, boys.
Nope. All right, Moon, what else?
Let's see. Make sure you get your Can You Feel the Punk Tonight tickets. Check out that Story of the Gear YouTube channel that I started. I just dropped another episode yesterday. Also, our blog and podcast is available at 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. Today's podcast title, which is available everywhere, is Military Grade of Mass Reflection. Okay. We covered Friday fails and everything, so don't miss it. Check it all out.
Thanks to Ryan Beck for stopping by. See him at the St. Charles Funny Bone this weekend. Good dude. Watch his short film.
Yeah, and if you want a link to that, Scott put up just the direct movie, the actual film, up on our blog. It's called A Few Days Home in Johnson County, and it's right there, top of the blog.
It's very good. It's 15 minutes. It's amazing. Learn, what else?
Just follow me on the socials, Learn versus Radio.
Rafels?
Same. Follow me at I am Rafe Williams on Instagram, and check out Don't Tell Comedy Saturday if you don't have anything going on. And I think I can officially announce today that I will be in the Moon Tower Comedy Festival in Austin, Texas in April.
Nice.
If we have any fans down there, people all over the country, it's a big festival. It's the biggest one.
It's a big one.
Biggest yearly festival, and they announced yesterday the lineup, and I can announce it now. So if you're down in the Texas region, come see me at the Moon Tower Comedy Festival.
That's awesome.
Scott?
Well, I think George W. will be down there now since we made him look cool again.
For sure.
Scott?
Anyways, yeah, so follow me on socials, King Scott Rules. I'm going to give you something special today, the Headline Goo on Instagram.
Nice.
And on the talks, it's going to be awesome. And plus, join me on this amazing journey of over 1 million followers on Venmo. We're crushing it. It's only $1 to follow. It's a big deal. King Scott Rules. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
Hey, I will see you at the pit party tomorrow, Monster Jam.
Oh, yeah.
Pit party starts at 2:30.
Lucky.
It's always a party. Me and the whole family. Well, not even me and the whole family. Me and almost the whole family. 15 people are going to be down there.
All right.
And not
enough room in the dome.
Couple of the kids are sitting this one out.
Some tickets for other people, Moon. All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member of the Day, brought to you by Hot Shots. St. Louis is home for Blues hockey. From St. Charles, Brantley D. Mercurio.
Yeah,
Member of the Day.